There was no intelligence that reflected that Russia was trying to hack the election.
Hack the election is not the same as Russian interference.
If this is true, they need to go to jail.
You're watching it as if it's true. Why are you questioning if it's true all of a sudden?
A good chunk of these pardons weren't even approved by Joe Biden himself.
They're literally showing us on the screen Biden giving explicit consent for all the pardons.
There is no indication of Russia intent to directly manipulate the actual vote count.
However, the literal message he's showing on the screen says that Russia is a threat. We need to understand that, like, Nux is showing us information on the screen that he's refusing to read himself. This video is a toddler getting read to at the library.
Great job by young and talented Harrison Fields on Fox News.
Do you like how he'll read some things but not other things? It's almost like it's intentional.
Every Democrat that sits there on their glass house yelling and screaming about how Trump knew a file one time.
You mean best friends with for 15 years? You have to see that he's constantly downplaying Donald Trump's involvement with Epstein, right?
Innocent until proven guilty.
He says innocent till proven guilty when it comes to Trump being friends with a weird ex. But when it comes to allegations that Tulsi Gabbard made that are unverified, all of a sudden that's true. Let's just get this going. I know you guys are really excited for this segment. I know you guys love it when we talk about NUX TAKU. It's been a little while. Somebody posted this in the Discord and it looks insane. Just now, Obama is 100% going to jail. It's official. Wow. I couldn't have seen a dumber take. I couldn't have seen a dumber take in my whole life. Right, because I know what happened is that Trump promised to release the Epstein files. He then decided not to, probably because he's in the Epstein files. And then now this is the new barking order is, oh, Obama is going to jail because Russian collusion narrative, and it's all out of context because I already know what it was. The Obama administration was spying on Trump's campaign, or excuse me, multiple members of Trump's campaign because they were worried about Russian influence on the election. And there was. That's a fact. So, yeah, let's just go.
It's actually happening. Peak cinema. Absolute
You love it.
Cinema is here. Barackis Obungus is going to jail. It's happening. And we're getting there. It's so exciting, honestly.
I love it when Nux runs defense for pedophiles. This is beautiful because that's what's happening here with this whole thing. This is the distraction. This is the Epstein distraction.
We finally have a president of the United States that goes after every criminal unless they're connected to Epstein. Frick yeah, baby. And I feel like it's important to talk about some of the fantastic stuff going on instead of...
Well, I think he's one of the Epstein criminals, but okay.
Only the really dreary, annoying stuff. So orange is, in fact, the new black. All right, that
one was actually kind of funny. All right, I'll give him that one.
I'm sorry, that was crazy. All right, anyway.
It wasn't that crazy. That one was a little bit. That was probably the only time that Nux has ever made me go, oh, that was funny.
Let's up those numbers. Definitely subscribe. You definitely don't want to miss this train ride. We are going. All the retards are not safe here. All right, we will destroy everyone, whoever they are, no matter how powerful. So it all started with President Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. All right,
yeah.
And he posted this. No one is above the law with a little video. I'll show you the video in higher quality.
Except, of course, like Epstein and himself, right? Trump's above the law, apparently, violating multiple... he's not even allocating money that Congress is telling him to allocate. He's just constantly breaking rules over and over again, violating court orders to do certain things, like bring people back to the country that have been unjustifiably taken out. So, yeah, definitely no one's above the law. Also, he pardoned a bunch of people who attacked police officers, right? Wasn't there one guy who, like, violently attacked a police officer with a taser on January 6th and he pardoned them? Interesting. No one's above the law, unless, of course, you're trying to instruct the government in Donald Trump's name based on a bullshit conspiracy.
Because it's absolutely hilarious. So as you can see, it's Mr. President Orange and President Black. They are sitting together side by side. And
oh, wow. AI. Cool. Wow, beautiful. I'm assuming that this is, I'm assuming that this had to be muted for some kind of DMCA.
yeah, so this might be one of the craziest fucking tweets in the history of time. I cannot believe Trump actually. Reality is better than fiction. Fiction is cringe. Reality is base. Definitely subscribe.
I can't believe that was a real video.
For more erotic Trump voice. Yes, all 7 swing states voted for this motherfucker to go to jail. This is what happened.
Incredible.
I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking insane. He really doesn't give a fuck. I've never seen something like this before. Sitting United States president posted this shit. It's insane. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Black pilling. Guy, every time I say the word black now, I feel like something bad is going to happen to me on Twitter. Who tweeted?
Why, are you afraid of it or something?
This is an official tweet from Donald Trump, okay? Trump tweeted this AI fucking video of dancing while Obungus gets arrested and thrown into jail. No, this is a Trump tweet, okay? All right?
August actually might be right. This is insufferable. I actually want to take a fucking ice pick and stab it into my skull. To be absolutely honest with you, NUX TAKU is worse than Hassan Parker. I mean that with every fiber of my being. But, like, realistically speaking, I'll give a compliment to Hassan. He's bearable to sit through. This is unbearable. This is actually worse than if I prolapsed my entire asshole and put a shish kebab skewer through my prolapsed anus and then twisted it around in a circle and then tugged on it. Like, this is horrible. This is terrible. The people who watch this have a level of autism that we need to redefine. And I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to be rude, but the biggest problem, the biggest thing Obama did, the worst thing Obama did, was he reclassified autism as autism spectrum disorder. And the reason that he did that is for insurance purposes, so they couldn't deny people with autism. But what that actually caused us to have a problem with is now these types of autistic people are no longer individually classified in a way that we can study in such a deep way. 30-year-old men doing this. This is what they do for work. They put on puppet shows for other autistic adults. Like, this is what this is. This is very strange. This is Cocomelon for MAGA. This is so bizarre. It's actually so difficult. I imagine the reason that this guy doesn't get as much hate as he deserves is because he's just impossible to sit through. It's fucking preposterous. Holy shit.
This is an actual tweet on the actual Truth Social, all right? This is an actual tweet that he made, all right? Listen, I'm not going to say it makes up for Epstein, but this is fucking crazy.
What? I don't even know what that means. Why would you say, why would this make up for Epstein? What a weird joke. What a weird downplaying joke of Trump being a fucking freak.
This is diabolical. Now, I'll be real, I don't think he's going to go to jail just because powerful people never get punished, but I'm hoping...
We'll get punished for what? What would Obama get punished for?
I'm hoping. You might say it's coping, but I say it's hoping. Let's freaking go. He might be going to jail. Fauci might be going to jail.
For what? What did they, like, honestly, the Fauci cope is just another, like, well, we want to be victims. Like, we understand this, right? What did Fauci do? Oh, not all the COVID information was accurate. You're right. That's annoying as fuck because it was like a new science. And I wish that they were really honest and they said, hey, guys, like, this strand of COVID is very new and, like, we're trying to figure this out as we go. And so, like, some of the things were you know, exaggerated in some instances so that they can get people to actually take the vaccine because they needed it, right? It was a rushed vaccine. I understand that. That's so sad. But, like, what would Fauci go to jail for? Because he didn't get the new science 100% correct? Oh, fuck. Like, why are we shitting our pants over this?
This is going to be insane. What did he mean by this? I'll tell you exactly what he means. I'll tell you exactly what he means. Here's a little compilation that I think is pretty prudent.
No one, especially the president, is above the law.
No one is above the law. No one is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Nobody is above the law.
No one is above the law. Nobody is above the law.
Now, I'm really glad.
Great. No one's above the law, I guess, except for Donald Trump.
Glad we got this. Biden pardoned Fauci. He can't go to jail. You're not ready for this video. Oh, I'm so excited that we're doing this.
Yeah, Biden had to pardon Fauci because Donald Trump is playing political opponent fucking hopscotch here.
I'm sorry. I love making content. They avoided the pardon because of the Autopen. All right? They avoided
the Autopen. Incredible. I don't really I understand the Autopen meltdown. It's that they want to pretend that Trump doesn't use Autopen when they have to sign like a billion things. Who cares that he used fucking Autopen, an auto signature service? I use an auto signature service when I do my taxes and I sign it on the internet. Like, who gives a fuck?
the pardon. So Tim Pool makes a tweet. Hey, Grok.
Tim Pool, the guy has been verified that he takes money from Russia. Tim Pool, the really credible Russia money guy. Tim Pool.
Did the Obama administration conspire to undermine Trump? And Grok, the AI's response is, yes. Recently declassified documents reveal evidence that Obama officials manufactured the Russia interference narrative post-2016 election, contradicting prior IC assessments that relying on discredited sources like the Steele dossier. This fueled investigations to undermine Trump's presidency. Critics dismiss it as partisan, but the docs substantiate politicized actions.
Recent declassified DMs documents reveal evidence that Obama officials manufactured a Russian interference narrative. I don't know how that could be true because it's an objective fact that there was Russian interference. This isn't like questionable. We have to be beyond the point where we take people like this seriously. Russian interference in the 2016 election is a fact. It's undeniable. What happens is the mainstream media, like on the left, they every day it was Trump watch and, oh, there's Russian conspiracy collusion, right? The collusion thing was sensationalized by the media. I understand. It doesn't seem like Trump explicitly colluded with Russia. Some of his people who worked around him seemed to. There were quite a few indictments out of the Mueller investigation, but the investigation was necessary. Russia was plowing massive amounts of disinformation into on social media all over the place. This is a fact. We have to live in the same reality at this point. If you want to cope and you want to be like, well, maybe this is true. Like, I don't know why exactly, right? Maybe it's because Trump has a lot of interest in Russia, financial interest in Russia. He gets a lot of loans from Russia in different ways, shapes, and forms. And so maybe they wanted him to be president because he'll play ball. I mean, he did for quite a while in his desperation to end the Ukraine-Russia conflict. He decided to say that, Ukraine started the war. It was insane. Or maybe it's because they just wanted to have some fun. Or maybe they hated Hillary Clinton. Or I don't know. But this is a fact. We're just at facts points now. It's a fact that Russia tried to get Trump to win the 2016 election. This is not debatable. We are in factual territory. Okay? That's it. Now, as far as the Obama manufacturing evidence, what are you? I mean, burden of proof is on you at this point. What evidence was manufactured? Oh, I'm looking through it. This was the fact that they're saying is manufactured is Tulsi Gabbard saying so without any actual substantial evidence. Okay, crazy manufactured. Okay, okay.
I want this to be very, very, very clear. All right,
Yeah.
I want this to be very funny and clear. The AI knows that it's fraud. Everyone knows that it's fraud.
The AI knows that it's fraud. Well, no. But okay.
Breaking news. This is another Trump post. This is Tulsi Gabbard, the head of the Secret Service or whatever, and this was her
or whatever. Great, I love it.
on Fox News.
Leading up to the November 2016 election.
We love Fox News. My favorite boost of credibility from Fox News is when they had to fire Tucker Carlson for losing them almost $1 billion for knowingly lying about election fraud. That was my favorite part. That's why I love Fox News, because they're so reputable that they lost $1 billion almost and had to fire Tucker Carlson because he was pushing election fraud. That's how I know that they're really reputable. That's my favorite part.
The intelligence community agreed that there was no intelligence that reflected that Russia was trying to hack the election.
So that's false. Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking almost said a really bad word there. There's hack the election is not the same as Russian interference. Just to be clear, hack the election is not the same as Russian interference. If one of the claims is that Russia was trying to hack the election, and it turned out that that specific claim was debunked by the U.S. intelligence, but we know for a fact that they were using layers of different bots to signal boost massive disinformation campaigns, things like Pizzagate, and using AI to have people, although that's probably more of a modern technology, but using AI to have people argue falsely inside of comments to push disinformation. These are not the same things. This is deceptive speech that's intentionally trying to mislead people who are either stupid or well-meaning and try to look at people and go like, oh, they're probably being honest. But they're just using deceptive language here. Russia interfered with the election. Factually, this isn't debatable. And she's saying that she knows that her saying, well, they didn't hack the election, she's using that as a vehicle to say that they didn't do anything because she knows that people are going to believe the stupid shit she's saying. Or what she knows that she can use plausible deniability language to infiltrate with like false information.
In favor of either candidate. The evidence showed, the intelligence showed that, again, Russia did not have either the intent nor the capability to be able to impact the outcome of the United States election.
That's not true. They absolutely had the intent and the ability. What are you talking about?
So it was very striking when we look back again at the documents that I declassified and released that shows there
What about the Epstein ones? Are we going to do that?
was a shift in early December, the first week of December. Again, another document was produced by the intelligence community, a president's daily brief that was consistent with every other assessment that was done previously leading up to the election. Russia did not, this is after the election now, attempt
It's all
to
lies. It's all declassified. That's the best
I want to hear what she has to say.
part. All this shit is public information now. All right. So remember in I don't know if you remember 2016, but I remember 2016. I remember when everyone was pushing this Russian asset bullshit. It's insane.
It's not insane. What are you talking about? It was less than a year ago where we realized Trump was a Russian asset. There's tremendous amounts of Russian money into all of his assets in America. He is incredibly light on Russia, despite the fact that they are literally antithetical to our policies and our principles as Americans. He blames Ukraine for starting the war with Russia, even though Russia invaded Ukraine. What are you talking about? We're like debating with like lunatics who don't understand the reality of the world. Trump is a Russian asset. Just because your brain isn't able to process information about Trump well, because he's constantly trying to generate controversy around him, because he's constantly doing shit that's like fucking pathetic and disgusting, like running defense for Jeffrey Epstein, because he's absolutely, I guarantee you, in the fucking Epstein files. Just because you can't process that information doesn't make it not true. Just to be clear.
All right, we've moved on from that. All right, now everyone knows that Trump isn't owned by Russia. Now they're blaming him for being controlled by the Jews.
He absolutely is.
Jews or something. It's the
Jews or something. Okay. I mean, he takes a lot of money. I mean, he guzzles fucking Netanyahu's cum. He's not owned by the Jews, but I mean, he's definitely a fucking cuck. So, don't know what to tell you.
new shtick. All right, he always needs to be controlled by somebody, because there's no way a creature like Donald can actually exist in this world. All right, he is too much of an anomaly. All right, he's an enigma, as a wise man once said.
This is insane. This guy's guzzling Trump's cum after Trump refuses to release the Epstein files he promised to release. Why are you guys so comfortable with fucking pedophiles? I'm not saying Trump is one necessarily, but Epstein is one. Why are you so comfortable with it? I mean, maybe it's because he used to show his friends lolicon. I don't really know, but like, I don't really understand it. Why is this like, oh yeah, I know Trump refuses to release the Epstein files, but he's an enigma. He's an anomaly. He's an amazing guy. I love him so much. He's doing so much good for the world. There's been 8 controversies in the past 7 days. And you guys are just like, oh, what? That didn't happen. It's weird. It's very strange. Right. It's fucking pathetic.
Hey, listen. So he always needs to be controlled by somebody else.
The outcome of the American election. That was never published. Hours before it would have gone into President Obama's President's Daily Brief, it was pulled by a senior level intelligence official saying that they had to pull it because they had received new guidance.
New guidance. What is she referring to?
The very next day, this meeting was called, a National Security Council meeting, bring together all of the senior leaders of President Obama's cabinet, and the topic that was put forward was a sensitive matter. The tasks that came out of that meeting was coming from President Obama directing the intelligence community,
you listening?
then Obama's ODNI director Clapper.
That might be treason.
No, it wouldn't be treason. Them what are they? We're saying they're withholding information. Everything that I'm looking up shows that Tulsi Gabbard has absolutely no meaningful evidence to make this claim. She's making claims that there is some kind of false narrative here, but none of these are all just suggestions from Gabbard. She's releasing information, but that information doesn't even necessarily reflect that there was some kind of a negative or politicized interference. And again, if you just use your common sense and you see that Trump is literally guzzling Russian cum, I don't really know how these pieces don't hold up. Trump got elected in 2016, partially due to Russian interference, and then he goes on today to run incredible defense for Russia, saying Ukraine started the war. So I don't really understand how, just from a commonsensical perspective, it's actually hilarious to think that he's not a Russian asset. You'd have to be incredibly fucking stupid to not believe that. You'd have to smell shit and say it tastes like cookies, and that's what we're doing here. Yeah, it's really interesting that it's coming now instead of, during Trump's first presidency or earlier. It's weird that we waited until Donald Trump refused to release the Epstein files that he promised to start releasing this supposed information.
Might be treason. Obama directly working with people to push some sort of foreign country narrative?
But there was no narrative because they are, but okay.
Bro, this is insane. This is absolutely diabolical. It's a good thing Diddy's out of jail, because now they have a jail cell ready for Obungus. I don't know. This is insane.
To produce a document, to produce an intelligence assessment that detailed not if, but how Moscow affected the outcome of the election that had already occurred, electing Donald Trump to the presidency. This document that
so that's the contingent. So what they're doing is they're holding on the contingency that they wanted to investigate how Russia interfered in the election, not if. And because of that, they're deciding that it must be false, because that's so this entire thing hinges on the wording instead of if, how. So they're saying, well, Obama wanted to discover how they were impacting the election. And since they, by her remarks, aren't trying to consider the if, it must be narrative driven, even though we know that Russia is constantly trying to destabilize other countries and impact elections. And we, again, have factual proof that they were pushing massive disinformation campaigns. But of course, now that Trump's best pedophile friend is up, in the conversation, we have to push a new narrative. It's the new barking orders.
In January of 2017 was the foundational groundwork that they continued to reference over and over and over again to enact this years-long coup against President.
Yeah, so anyone that's saying that January 6th was some sort of insurrection,
it was.
they could all collectively suck their own penis hole, because this was the President of the United States directly organizing a gigantic coup, making it sound like
that's not what's happening, but okay.
That there's some secret Russian conspiracy that's controlling the country when he knew it was all lies. All right? You guys suck, man.
This is exhausting, man. I feel bad for people who like this type of content, because you probably are really worked up all the time, because people like NUX TAKU have they don't really care what's going on. They just want to make as much money as possible. And in a couple of years, when Trump is no longer in, because it's going to happen soon, he's already starting to falter. People are already starting to lose confidence in him. NUX is going to just change his perspective and start grifting for something else. He's just sitting on the line of whatever he feels is reasonable in his community. So next year he's either going to be guzzling left wing cum, or he's going to be even farther right wing, sitting here and saying things along the lines that justifies the weird freaks on Jubilee saying that they're fucking Nazis and then getting fired and being like, that's not fair. What happened to free speech, dude?
You guys are pathetic, brothers, and I am going to be laughing all the way to the gooner hole. That's what I'm going to do, because President Obungus, listen, man, I know that we're in a society where the rich pedophiles never get punished, all right? But
I know that we're in the society the rich pedophiles don't get punished, but
I really want to see it happen.
But I really want to see Obama, Donald Trump. I have to pretend that I'm going to give you any criticism for running defense for pedophiles, but actually Obama.
These guys are more interested in justifying unsubstantiated claims that are clearly pushed out to try to distract you from Trump loving pedophiles, that they will sit here and they know what they're doing. They're so desperate to be like, Trump isn't so bad. They're fucking pathetic. They're weird. They're little fucking goblin freak fucks.
I really fucking want to see it happen. Breaking, newly declassified documents from the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, reveal that Obama administration manufactured and politicized intelligence to fabricate the Trump-Russia narrative.
Just to be clear, do you see how manufactured and politicized intelligence is in quotation marks? It's because they know that they can't make that claim factually. So they make that they put that in quotations because they're quoting Tulsi Gabbard, because they know that they can't make that claim because it's unverified, right? They're quoting somebody else saying something, right? It'd be like if they said breaking news in quotation marks. Hassan Parker says NUX TAKU is a pedophile, and it's in quotations because they know it's not necessarily true, probably, although he does seem to run defense for Epstein. So they know that they can't make that claim because it would be considered some kind of defamatory statement, so they put it in quotes referencing somebody else making the claim, and that's what's happening here. There's no actual proof for this. This is a distraction.
Ahead of the 2016 election, Gabbard released the files describing them as overwhelming evidence that Obama and his national security team organized and orchestrated.
Again, overwhelming evidence is in quotation marks. What the fuck?
The foundation for the years-long Trump-Russia collusion investigation. Now, this was years and thousands of hours that Trump had to deal with, and that the American people had to deal with, to be honest. Not only that, think of the tax dollars that went to all this shit. Think of the fucking tax dollars that all went to pay these fucking bureaucrats and judges and assholes all sitting together and convening endless hours and impeachment campaigns and everything, because they lied that this motherfucker was controlled by Russia.
Right, but again, we know that he is, because he says Russia started Ukraine started the war. So this is the problem, is that you're trying to guzzle these claims, but if you use your fucking brain, you'd realize that these claims have a lot of validity, that he's a Russian asset because he acts like a fucking Russian asset. So it's just so strange to watch him do this, despite the fact that the actual facts are not on your side here. It's just such a bizarre. It's so bizarre. It really is one of those things where they are they just constantly, there's so much information out there that they just choose to believe whatever they want. They just roll over. He's not willing to actually look at things in any objective way. They have their marching orders and they take it. These are the types of people who they're going to just take whatever marching orders. They're useful tools. They're stupid as fuck.
Think about how insane this is. absolutely diabolical. You have to recognize, this is the photo after Trump became the president of the United States. When this photo was taken, and Obama is standing here next to his husband, while Trump is here next to his wife, all right, smiling next to each other, he knew that he was pushing the Russia hoax.
Right, but there was no Russia hoax. So.
Okay, do you understand how diabolical this is? Do you see how crazy this is? In this photo, he knew he was pushing a hoax that this guy was controlled by Russia. An actual frame job. All right, all the conspiracy theorists were right. Now, Trump didn't stop there. Trump actually kept fucking going. Trump said, how did Samantha Power make all of that money? And then an issue of an image of the Shady Bunch with, you know, James Comey and Ben Hamas Rhodes and Barack Hussein Obama.
How did what?
And everybody in fucking prison. Orange is the new black, they say. I don't know how
The joke was funny the first time, and now you're just jerking yourself off. It's kind of pathetic.
this man's been getting away with these tweets. These tweets are fucking crazy, bro. Oh my god.
Well, it's because America's like a joke at this point, where presidents act like this.
Oh my lord. Like, these are crazy tweets. I can't believe he posted this shit. It's insane. Anyway, in other crazy news, Trump posted another tweet because he has been on fire. Now, I think it's because of the Epstein stuff, and a lot of people are criticizing him for the Epstein thing, rightfully so, in my opinion, if you've seen my previous videos. But I think because of that, he decided, you know what? I'm just going nuclear on fucking everyone.
This guy's like so close. Yeah, the Epstein. He keeps saying like the Epstein thing's kind of bad, but let's like roll past that and be like, look how cool he is. Yeah, he's like the whole Epstein thing where he's like running defense for Jeffrey Epstein by refusing to post the information, even though he promised to post it because he's probably in the files. Yeah, that's like kind of bad. I've criticized that. Like, whatever. It's not like very good. But like, look at this stuff, dude. What the fuck? Why are we doing this pedophile shit? I don't understand.
So he released this. This is evidence that Trump posted proving, allegedly, that Adam Schiff has committed mortgage fraud. All right, affidavit made pursuant to section whatever, the text property article, the annotated.
I don't care if this is even true. Why the fuck do I care if Adam Schiff committed mortgage fraud? If I don't really care that Donald Trump used campaign funds to pay a fucking hooker, why the fuck would I care about this? I don't give a fuck. I truthfully do not care about this. Like, Donald Trump was creating fraud was doing fraud too, right? Like he was overvaluing his properties so that he could take out loans against his properties and then undervaluing them to pay less taxes. I don't really care about that, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's not good, but I'm not like shitting my pants over. I don't really fucking care. Why the fuck would I care about this?
Code of Maryland, even though he claims that he was not there in order to get a better mortgage deal.
I don't
right?
care.
So, yep, Adam Schiff is another fucking piece of shit. Anyway, Adam Shit, as us wise people call him. Completely true. Now, anyway, Trump keeps going. The pardons that Sleepy Joe Biden gave to the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect.
Well, he can't really just do that, but okay.
The fact that they were done by Autopen. In other words, that Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. The necessary pardoning documents were all explained to or approved by Biden. Were not explained to or approved by Biden. He knew nothing about them, and the people did committed a crime. Therefore, those on the Unselect Committee who destroyed and deleted all evidence obtained during their 2-year witch hunt of me and many other innocent people should be fully understand that they are subject to investigation at the highest level. The fact is, they were probably responsible for the Democrats that were signed on their behalf without their knowledge or consent of the worst president in the history of our country, crooked Joe Biden. And he posts this video of how all the signatures of Joe Biden suspiciously look exactly the same.
Okay. I don't really like. I don't understand what you want people to do with that information. Like, I don't understand. Have you guys? I don't get it. I just don't understand what you want us to do with this information. Like, you think it's this really big banger. Like, oh man, do you guys know that Biden had to sign a lot of things, so he used Autopen? Okay. That's crazy, dude. Fuck. Like, oh man, he had a lot of things to sign, and he didn't want to sign them personally, so he used Autopen. That's fucking crazy, dude. Holy garbanzo beans. That's rough. Wow, that's wow. Like, that's fucking insane. Like, that's a really crazy thing. That's insane. Like, who fucking cares? I don't care. This doesn't show anything to me. This is a big nothing burger. Okay.
So it must be an Autopen that's signing it.
Okay.
So that means everyone is getting cooked by Trump right now. He has loaded the fucking Tommy guns, and in my opinion, not enough people are.
I just don't understand, dude. Like, this doesn't even make sense to me. Like, there's no way you believe that using Autopen is such a bad thing. You've used it yourself, like, to do your taxes. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Covering this. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think enough people are covering this shit because everyone's too focused on the Epstein thing. Which, to be honest, they're right. Everyone should focus on the Epstein thing. I focus on the Epstein thing. All right.
No, you don't. You're constantly saying he's just saying that to like try to be like, oh well, yeah, no, I you're focusing on the Epstein. Why do you think this is all coming out? With after the whole Epstein thing? Oh, it's because it's a distraction because it's not true.
But he's been cooking, all right? Fauci going to jail, maybe, who knows? Adam Schiff maybe going to jail, maybe, who knows? President Barunkus Oblungus going to jail, maybe, who knows? Realistically, we got to dive into this shit show, and I am so fucking excited to see where this goes. Hopefully, it goes somewhere. All right, we take the W's when we come. All right, listen, I know that nothing ever happens, and I know that rich people never get punished, but I really want to see these people in fucking slammers, all right? I really do.
You are the rich people who don't get punished. There's never going to be a time where this guy gets punished for pushing disinformation. So...
all right, let's see what we got. This is we start with Obungus, we move on to Adam Schiff, and then we move on to Fauci.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind.
Oh my God.
Focused on exposing the
That's a great meme.
abundant hypocrisy of the left.
Great
Well, you
meme.
know, we've been talking about it for years, initially dubbed Obamagate, and for the most part, a lot of it's been speculation, there's been a lot of theory, but now, well, I guess we can pretty much say it's confirmed.
True.
You know, while the media is playing games with these fake Epstein letters that don't connect to any freaking dots at all.
Yeah, again, there is still no evidence that the alleged letter that Trump sent to Epstein is real. There is
Look at him. He's salivating like a dog to run defense for, oh, well, there's, guys, I know we should focus on it, but, you know, not a big deal. And there's still no proof that the letters are real. Well, why is he defaulting on a promise that he was going to release the Epstein files? Oh, well, actually, he's not so bad. Why are you so, why do you want to throat Trump's cock? I don't get it. Like, these people are so fucking partisan in everything that they do. These are the same people that are like, oh, well, why didn't Biden release it? Maybe Clinton's on the list. Oh, he should probably go to jail. Oh, you don't care. Yeah, put Clinton in jail. I don't give a fuck. Nobody fucking cares. Okay, the Democrats don't care. If fucking Biden's on there, take his Alzheimer ass and put him in. I don't care. But Trump promised to release it, knowing he was on the fucking list. Now he won't release it because he knows he's on the fucking list. What do you want me to tell you? Why else? What else is it? Oh, maybe he has a best friend that's on the list to protect? Like, what are we talking about? What the hell is happening?
There's still no evidence that that letter is real. I actually already made a video on that. So
I made a video on that. There's no evidence because Tulsi Gabbard said so, even though it's verifiably false.
basically what he's referring to is the fact that the Wall Street Journal posted an article claiming that Trump sent these weird love letters to Epstein, and they didn't actually produce the actual letter. Again, and now Trump is suing them. So
do you think it's like really unlikely? Do you think it's like kind of unlikely that Donald Trump, who literally said he's friends with Epstein for 15 fucking years, would send a letter to him saying happy birthday, you know, whatever? Yeah, I'm sure that's not true.
Realistically, I don't even fucking know.
I'm sure it's not
obviously, I have
true.
no idea.
Guys, hey guys, it's pretty commonsensical. Guys, it's pretty commonsensical. What happened? What happened? I thought that they were supposed to be the party of common sense. What happened to all the common sense? Where'd that go? So when it comes to like trans people, common sense says that those aren't real. But like when it comes to Trump being friends with pedophiles, all of a sudden, like, well, actually yourself to fucking death. What's happening here? This is strange behavior.
Idea what the reality is, but innocent until proven guilty, and I'm not going to believe it's true just because.
Innocent till proven guilty. He says innocent till proven guilty when it comes to Trump being friends with a fucking weird sex pedophile fuck freak. But when it comes to allegations that Tulsi Gabbard made that are unverified as of right now, all of a sudden that's true. Holy fuck, that makes so much sense. Good job, Nux. Good job, buddy. That's preposterous.
Because somebody said it from an anonymous source that's not letting anyone see any evidence.
As they're desperately trying to rope Donald Trump as some sort of cartoon villain, as they're attempting to manufacture yet again another partisan scandal, the real scandal now officially drops as Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard goes absolutely freaking nuclear, essentially confirming what we've been saying for years, that the Obama administration orchestrated a coordinated political hit job on President Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is so much worse than anything we've ever seen. This is
your opinion comes from a 30-year-old man that goes onto the internet and parades himself around as a fucking VTuber. I don't understand what happened. You know, these are the same people who are like, we have to bring bullying back. And people like this, like if we brought bullying back, these are the first people that like really need to go, right? We understand that, right? Like 14-year-old, kids being cringe. Oh, that's really cringe. Look at you. You're fucking 30 years old. You're 30 years old. You made a pretty considerable amount of content showing your friends fucking anime porn with lolly in it sometimes. You have a fucking VTuber model as a grown man. What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening here? It's just we live in like the weirdest timeline. We unironically live in like the weirdest fucking timeline ever. I really don't understand it. It makes no sense. It really doesn't.
This is insane. A president of the United States working to orchestrate a fucking fake ass hit job, bro.
I'm so sorry, you stupid fuckface. Donald Trump literally was threatening to withhold money from Ukraine until he got information from Ukraine about Biden. What did he call it? I think he called it what the exact words that he called it again? Oh, right. Opposition research. I'm so sorry. That's what he fucking did. But no, we forgot about that one, guys. We're not going to talk about that one. But this one, that's not verified, by the way. It's factually verified that Trump tried to withhold aid to Ukraine to try to get them to give him opposition research against Biden. That's a fact. That is an undisputed fact. This is a claim from Tulsi Gabbard getting marching orders that's not substantiated as of right now. And he's confirming it as a fact. That's incredible.
Bro, a hit job to try to take down a president through slander and scamming and
slander?
and fraud? Like, bro.
Scammer gets scammed.
It's so unreal. It's so unreal that people are
Scammer gets scammed, dude.
just being like, this doesn't really matter. This is insane. Like, there's really
Wait, sorry.
bro, it's so unreal. It's so unreal that people are just being like, this doesn't really matter. This is insane. Like, this really is
Sorry.
Watergate shit. Like,
Sorry, what doesn't really matter? Did you say Eps doesn't really matter? Are you saying that the Epstein situation? Who's saying that the Epstein situation doesn't really matter? I'm so sorry. I really need to know what the fuck you're saying there. It sounds like you're saying that the Epstein, you're trying to say that Epstein doesn't really matter here.
Unreal. It's so unreal that people are just being like, this doesn't really matter. This is
Maybe he's just saying, yeah, this doesn't really matter. Is that what he's saying? Am I hearing this correctly? What? Maybe he's saying, this doesn't really matter. Okay, maybe he's saying, I don't know. I don't know. This is weird.
and fraud. Like, bro, it's so unreal. It's so unreal that people are just being like, this doesn't really matter. This is insane. Like, this really is Watergate shit. Like,
I don't know. Okay, maybe he's saying,
I don't think people understand how bad this fucking bullshit is. Like, I'll be real.
It's not bad.
I'll be honest.
'Cause it's not
it's
real.
fucking crazy.
Right after he
Whoa.
won in 20...
Guys, I'm going to be honest. It's crazy. Guys, I'm going to be honest. This is crazy. I'm going to be honest for one time. This time. This is pretty crazy. Chat, is this crazy?
2016, they manufactured a fake intelligence narrative. Russia, Russia, Russia. They weaponized the intelligence community and leaked classified lies to the media, all in a desperate attempt to overturn the will of the American people to unseat a duly elected president.
Oh, wow. That's like weird because that's what Trump did. And none of this is substantiated, so.
And now, well, it seems we've got the evidence in hand, and what likely follows
dude.
next.
If this is true, they need to go to jail.
If this is true, what I thought you're watching it as if it's true. Why are you questioning if it's true all of a sudden? You're verifying everything else that doesn't have any actual factual foundation. Why are you like, if this is true? I thought you're pretending it's true. Why are you saying if it's true now?
I'm sorry. They need to go to jail. And when that happens, I will celebrate.
You see, like, I just need you guys to understand that he slipped there when he said if this is true. He's been validating this as if it is true, and now he's saying if this is true. Like, you have to understand that this is very intentional because he knows that he can't say it absolutely is true. It's plausible deniability language.
Right now, as happy as I am that I'm vindicated, and that it turns out I was correct about this bullshit.
Okay.
In my opinion, with all due.
It turns out that I was correct about all this bullshit, in my opinion. Dude, this guy knows he's lying. He knows he's lying. He's saying it to people. Holy fuck. This is insane.
Respect. This is crazy. This is insane.
What the fuck?
A president of the United States working to fabricate a fake hoax? A fake...
You're literally sitting here constantly telling us that you know that it's not 100% validated every single time you talk about it while pushing it as if it's true. You even know Tulsi Gabbard doesn't have the factual foundation for what she's saying. You know it. You're saying it out loud. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? This is actually insane. This is so true, in my opinion.
Fucking hoax? Literally? Making believe that
Oh
someone
my
was a Russian
God.
asset and pushing this shit when you knew full well it was a
In my opinion.
lie? The amount of times Obama said this shit and Biden
Dude, these guys are jokes. This is fucking pathetic.
and everyone? Like, it's unreal. It is
It's
unreal.
unreal.
It's infuriating. Now
It's
that we live in the
unreal.
modern day, the year 2025, all right? The year 2025. And I think 2025 is a good year, all right? It's a good year to say that the past is the past and we laugh about the future. We got to take our country back, man.
Take our country. Dude, this guy lives in Canada. This guy lives in Canada. Or Israel. I don't remember which one. This is some guy living in Canada or Israel, and he's sitting here saying to Americans that we need to take our country back. How do you not see what's going on here, guys? I'm being so serious right now. How do you not see what's happening here? This guy's playing you so fucking bad.
This is fucking horrible.
Criminal referrals.
Oh my god, dude. This guy's a fake ass bitch. What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck?
Obamagate is finally coming to light, and it's probably what the media should be focused on, instead of this obsession to twist the Epstein files into some partisan narrative to attack Donald Trump and the GOP at large. You know, there's a whole lot of talk,
Every time by the way, in regards to the Epstein file thing, whenever I feel like it's something you definitely need to keep pushing, because I do think that there's a conspiracy there, for sure. However...
What's the conspiracy, Nux? Do you care to elaborate? What's the conspiracy there? Do you think that Trump is hiding it? Or are you just saying that because you want to have people get off your back for running defense for Trump and Epstein?
And I think this is important to say. Every time I hear a Democrat mention the Epstein files, I immediately delete it from my brain. All right? I immediately go full slop father. All right?
Listen, I don't care about your opinion on the pedophiles when you have raped more children than anyone I've ever heard before in my entire life.
What? Who's raping children? Are you watching it? I don't even understand where that claim comes from. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Wait, what is he saying? Who's raping children? What? Wait, what is he talking about? Donald Trump invited Conor McGregor, a rapist, to speak at the White House. Donald Trump pressured Romania to let Andrew Tate, Donald Trump's administration, excuse me, pressured Romania to let Andrew Tate, a sex trafficking, grooming, rapist, pedophile, right? Because he admitted live that he was dating a 15-year-old girl. He pressured them to let him go. He's running defense for Epstein by not releasing the files after promising to release the files. What the fuck are you talking about? Where does this claim come from, Nux? Where does this claim come from, buddy? What the fuck is happening here?
With all due respect, kiss the ring and suck my dick,
You fucking pedophile defending sleazebag.
That's what he's doing right now. Holy fuck, dude.
You have to realize the Democrat Party had the ability to release the files for the last 4 years.
Absolutely. And you want to know what? Maybe they didn't release them because they're fucking involved. Great. Hope they all crash and burn. That's it. Release it all then. They didn't want to release it. They wanted to keep it, whatever was going on there, they wanted to keep it under wraps. I don't know why. Maybe they're involved in it. Okay. I have no fucking allegiance to those people. I don't care. I do care if that was happening, but I'm not sitting here like, don't release it because Democrats might get in trouble. Trump promised to release it and now won't release it. This isn't the same thing. He's promised to release it. Why is he not releasing it anymore? What's going on here?
Okay, they could have done that shit, and they didn't. Every time they sit here pandering and coping about it, I don't actually care.
Dude, this guy's fucking pandering and coping so hard.
Why did they never push it a single time? Not even once. They didn't. I actually don't give even the remotest of shits. Okay. Not even one about the Democratic Party complaining about the Epstein files. I'm complaining about the Epstein files.
You're not complaining about the Epstein files. You're running defense for the Epstein files, so, but okay, if you say so.
Because this has nothing to do with Democrats versus Republicans. It's about people versus pedophiles. And anyone should want to get these people exposed. But whenever
But you don't, so it's crazy.
Hear it become like a political game, fuck you.
A lot of blah blah when it comes to the Epstein issue. But as of right now, we have no incriminating evidence. We have nothing to even run on. It's all speculation and old
Yeah, because he won't release it after promising to release
hashed
it.
news. But this is what a real scandal looks like.
No, this is a scandal on an entire fucking other level. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, if you say so.
I don't know if I agree with liberal hive mind completely. I do think that the Epstein thing definitely needs to be looked into. You know, there were files, there aren't files, the files deleted themselves. It's like, all right, dude, whatever. That's some bullshit, bro.
All right, dude, whatever. It's like, it's kind of a big deal, but like not really, you know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. What the fuck is happening? This guy's weird, dude. Come on, this guy's a fucking freak, right? Like, we have to understand. This is insane. This is insane freak fucking cope from this guy. What the fuck is happening here?
But that said, this is real. This is real. We have evidence. We know for a fact that Barunkus Oblungus...
You were just saying that it's your opinion that it's real. Now you're saying it's real. Pick a fucking side, bud. What happened? This is real, in my opinion.
...is had directly, in my opinion, committed treason.
Holy fuck! He keeps doing it! He keeps saying it's real and then saying in my opinion. That's incredible. I love it.
And I definitely want to see him punished for it.
Things are about to get real interesting. Let me show you guys what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so the official statement from Tulsi Gabbard is crystal clear. Tulsi reveals that there's overwhelming evidence that Barack Obama, along with his top cabinet officials, knowingly used falsified and politicized intelligence to target Trump. It seems after their...
It's so infuriating!
She makes a claim without showing any proof of it, so I don't really know what's so infuriating about it.
Bro, our country was literally controlled by a deep state. You know
Stop saying our country. You're not American.
that, right? Like, you know that. Like, everyone said, oh, the deep state, the deep state. They all sounded like complete retard whack jobs. They really did. They all sounded like complete losers. All of them, man. You realize that, right? They all sounded so pathetic. And now, they're so justified. The conspiracy theorists are just, they were just right, bro. They were just right. You know the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth?
Then why do you keep saying, in your opinion, they're right? What?
6 months, baby. It's all coming out. Like, so justified. It's insane. And anyone, in my opinion, anyone that doesn't look at it this way is a complete retard. A complete and utter fucking degenerate retard. It's like, oh, it's not such a big deal. It is a fucking big deal. They tried to steal your country.
Okay, but there's no actual proof of this, right? We know that. That's why I keep saying in my opinion. So you keep saying it, but it's like, in my opinion. And we know that that Trump is a Russian cuck. So, I mean, that's not even my opinion. That's a fact.
Okay.
I don't need to say in my opinion because it's a fucking fact based on evidence out there of him running defense for Russia. So, like, you have to keep saying in my opinion as you push this, pretending it's a fact. I could just be like, no, this is a fact. Trump is a Russian asset cuck bitch that has a lot of money interests in Russia and runs defense for Russia. He's a fucking pathetic coward loser.
Their devastating 2016 loss, the endgame was simple. Reverse the outcome of the 2016 election. Before Donald Trump even took office, the intel community had already agreed that Russia lacked the intent or capability to hack or alter the outcome of the election, despite all the talks of Russian interference and these claims that Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin put...
It's so funny how everyone needs to do this.
It's so funny that there's a difference between hacking the actual election and pushing disinformation campaigns. That's so interesting.
Everyone tried their best. It's like, oh my God, Trump is controlled by Russia. Oh my God, the Jews control Trump. Oh my God, it's Israel. Oh no, Elon Musk is the shadow president, guys. Elon Musk is the shadow president.
Donald Trump in the office during the 2016 election.
I mean, if you're going to let Russia get away with what they did.
If you are going on MSNBC to say that you're letting Russia get away with it, implying that they control Trump and they stole the election.
They do, yeah. That's what they did, so.
This is literally misleading and gaslighting the entire fucking American people.
Not really. Russia wanted Trump to win because he would play ball when, you know, they knew he would fucking downplay Russia's involvement in genociding Ukrainians and then implanting Russians and taking over that land and occupying, you know, what is it, 25% of Ukraine still?
For fuck's sake, Hillary. Holy shit. Did you see Hillary Clinton's tweet the other day? Did you see where she made a tweet? I can't believe that Ghislaine Maxwell killed herself. And then she apologized because that's happening tomorrow.
And are still doing it.
It's a funny joke, bud.
According to Christopher Wray, the current FBI director who said that last week, they're in our election system.
All right, so that guy needs to go to jail too.
We're worried about 2020, he said. So
yeah, and then it turns out, I bet you the 2020 election was also stolen. Bro, it's crazy.
You bet it? Okay, you got it, bud.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you,
man. Like, it's crazy how fucking vindicated the conspiracy theorists were.
Conspiracy theorists don't need vindication. They believe things that are not true. And this is another thing to believe that's not true. Because there's, again, Russia interfered with the election. There's a difference between that and them having the capacity or capability of hacking our actual physical elections.
Hey, let's have a great power contest and let's get the Chinese.
I told you about 2 months ago that give it 6 months and we'll find out something big about the 2020 election. All right, we still have 4 months. All right, it'll happen. You'll see.
He's in on the side of somebody else. Are you?
Yeah, I guess in 4 months, when Donald Trump like actually comes out that he fucking molested a kid or something, potentially, allegedly, that's when we'll release something crazy, right? I'm not saying that he actually did molest a kid. What I'm saying is that like all this information supposedly comes out, even though it's not verified. When? Oh, right, when Donald Trump is in a massive controversy. So that seems to be the only time that they actually release information. It's almost like even if they are true, they're holding on to information for when Trump has a controversy they know is going to happen, and then they release new information. So interesting.
Are you worried that Putin could be attempting, and the Kremlin could be attempting to intervene in our election in 2024? And should we all be spending more time talking about that?
I am very concerned about it. It wouldn't be the first time that Russia's intervened in our election.
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God. When was this recorded?
Intervene is not the same thing as hack like voting sites, that's a different claim. This guy's so fucking stupid. Holy fuck.
This was talking about 2024, and they knew about this. They knew about this, bro.
What did they know about? What are you talking about? Oh, right. He's fucking stupid. He doesn't understand words. Okay.
Is this not diabolical? They're literally feeding lies to the American people, fear-mongering that elections were stolen, that someone's not a valid president of the United States. Oh my God.
The first time they've done it to try to
Is this dude doing like a Humpty Dumpty cosplay or
help elect Donald Trump. And they have so much more at stake today than
pencil neck looking motherfucker?
they did back in.
Bro,
So it's crazy for somebody that has a VTuber model to make fun of somebody, what they look like. It's actually just fucking level of self-awareness. Like lacking levels of self-awareness in such like a fucking incredible way.
I'm telling you, man, this dude's head looks like Epstein's penis.
2016.
How do you know? You're hanging out a lot with him?
With the war going on in Ukraine,
I'm sorry, that reference was a little too hidden. I have to find you the source. I actually am not going to find you the source.
I wonder why.
Enlarging around it,
I wonder why.
they feel beleaguered. And here comes Donald Trump, a real lifeline. They have more at stake now than they did before. They have less risk aversion than they did before. So yes, we should fully expect them to engage. It's just a question of how much they engage.
So who benefits from it? Donald Trump. Who benefits from Donald Trump? Putin. There's, in my view, a connection there.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of money in Russia. Or he has a lot of like money from Russian entities in his business. This is a verified fact. He runs defense for the Russian narrative that Ukraine started the war. This is a fact. He wants Ukraine to give up some of their agency and autonomy to Russia and some of their land to Russia unjustifiably. That is a fact. That is what he said. Yeah, all these things make sense.
Right. And she said that knowing it was a lie. And she said that knowing that she wouldn't get punished for just blatantly lying.
But it's not a lie, right? The only thing that Gabbard really is claiming specifically, or the entire foundation of it, is that the election machines weren't explicitly hacked. So, you know, it's not like a lie. But okay, yeah, like, you know what? It's very cool stuff, man. We love more Russian disinformation, baby. Beautiful stuff. Incredible.
To the American people like that, blatantly misrepresenting the fact that Trump is some secret Russian asset. Is this not the most evil shit you've ever seen? Like, this is the entire fucking deep branch of government that's literally trying their best to mind control the retards. And so many retards were mind...
Well, I don't like that word, but it seems like you are being mind controlled, so I guess that is true.
Controlled. So many mind-controlled retards, bro.
Whoa.
So many. It's insane. It's absolutely fucking insane. All right, speaking of Epstein's penis.
You have what's been described as an egg-shaped peanut. I'd hired psychologists
Anyway.
I mean, they told us this on a daily basis, non-stop, from morning till night across all the leftist networks, and all of this was predicated on supposed intelligence. But now on August 31st, 2016, a DHS official told DNI Clapper, quote, "There is no threat. The thrust of the analysis is that there is no indication of Russia intent to directly manipulate the actual vote count."
I don't understand how you... I mean... This says, it doesn't say that there is, just to be clear, I wish he wasn't blocking part of this, but this doesn't say that there is no threat. It says that there is no indication of a Russian threat to directly manipulate the actual vote count through cyber means. However, as seen in a recent media reporting, cyber activity directed against the election infrastructure is likely to happen. Okay, I can't see everything he's saying, but that's what this says. The literal message he's showing on the screen, not only is he misinterpreting what it's saying, but it literally says that Russia is a threat to try to influence the election. Just not explicitly through hacking voting machines. Bro, you can't make this up. This is insane. Oh my God.
Of the analysis is that there is no indication of Russia intent to directly manipulate the actual vote count.
Oh my God.
Wow, dude, it's crazy.
Holy fuck, dude. It's crazy how this guy's so willing to just say yes to anything pro-Trump. Holy fuck, dude. Oh my God. This is the kind of guy who would just sit and jack off to fucking Trump on Epstein's Island. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, this is insane. I'm sorry, man. I have to walk around. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here, guys. Like, you have to calm down from stuff like this. I can't take it seriously. I literally can't take it. I can't understand how people are okay with this. Like, how is there not justice? How is there not justice?
And you know what? That probably should have been the end.
Like, think about how insane this is. Okay. Obungus didn't want Trump to become president, so what did he do? He worked with people to push a hoax that the Russians were fucking taking over, and he knew it was fake, and he still pushed this shit. And then, in 2020, a magic extra 20 million voters appeared to vote for Biden.
I forgot about that conspiracy that like more extra voters came and voted for Biden. which is obviously not true. It's so interesting, and like I wouldn't expect like somebody who obviously is not an American to understand. But I don't know if you guys know this. You get a day to vote. In 2016, you got a week to vote, or excuse me, 2020, you had a week to vote. You got an entire week to cast your vote. That's it. You got an entire week to cast your vote. And so guess what? More people voted. They also expanded your ability to vote from home because of, I don't know, COVID happening. That was detrimental to the country. And so more people were able to vote. It's like, dude, it's this supposed party of common sense somehow doesn't understand the common sense of just having more opportunity to vote means that you're going to probably have more votes cast. It's fucking insane.
Suspiciously, and then we don't even know who the president was for 4 years.
It's crazy because Biden did a better job than Trump.
We don't even know. We have no clue who the president was for 4 years. It was Obunga. It was a Jewish doctor. It was Obungus. Of course it was. Absolutely. Like,
oh my God.
You got to realize how insane this is. I'm going to our favorite largest leftist political streamer. See if he talked about this. Trump wants to sue the Wall Street Journal over the Epstein article. What the hell is this? Trump is healthy. Does anyone believe Charlie Kirk? Trump lashes out at MAGA. MAGA keeps crashing out Epstein files. Lex Shapiro hates Superman. Sure. Epstein list released, blocked by House GOP. And nothing. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Absolutely nothing. Unfucking believable.
Yeah, because there's nothing verified, so.
All right, what's going on with Destiny? Did he talk about this? There's no way. He covers fucking everything. There's no way Destiny didn't talk about this, right?
The trans athlete is going to do a lot.
It's our favorite. It's our second biggest political streamer. Trump's crypto scams. Oh my God. Mask off debate. Trump's letter to Epstein leaks. Leftist journalist melts down. You went too far in a debate panel. Rogan and Alex Jones call out Trump. Destiny meets a COVID debater. Destiny crashes out. Like, do you see how insane this is? How is no one talking about this?
There's nothing to talk about. And I imagine he probably talked about it the same day that, I mean, I don't really care, but I imagine he talked about it the same day that he's talking, that Nux is talking about it. So he hasn't released the video yet. He's like, this information just came out. Why aren't people talking about it? Okay, well, by the time you released your video, what did they talk about it? I don't know. Okay.
Nobody! No one is talking about this!
Guys, I'm a victim. Everybody, you're a victim. They're not talking about this. You've been lied to. By me.
This might be the biggest fucking fraud in the history of America.
It's definitely not, though, so.
It's crazy.
But of course, never let the facts
Everyone's gonna cover the fucking Epstein letter that we don't even know exists and milk 16 videos over that.
get in the way of a good political narrative and hit job.
We don't even know if it exists, guys. Donald Trump is just refusing to release the files after promising to do so.
Yeah, you're right.
Or in this case, attempted shadow coup. That should have been the end of it, but instead on...
Let me see something here. What do you guys want to play? You guys want to play a game here? You guys want to do something interesting here? Let's just read what's on the screen. Overall risk due to cyber intent. We are working with the CIA on the PBD submission on the threat. The thrust of the analysis is that there is no indication of a Russian threat to directly manipulate the actual vote count through cyber means. However, as seen in recent media reportings, any cyber activity detected against the election infrastructure is likely to have an effect on public confidence, even if the cyber operation is unsuccessful or not intended to impact the election. Okay, so just to be absolutely clear, what this message is saying is that that there's no indication of an actual Russian threat to directly manipulate the actual vote count. What they're saying is that they don't find Russia's ability to do that to be a threat, but people might interpret it as a threat, and they might feel like there is going to be some unrest about that and a loss of public confidence, which is the reason why they didn't release the information, despite the fact that Russia was trying to impact the election. I took the intent of all the email to get the basic starting point regarding Russia. We agree with Russia probably is not and will not trying to influence the election by cyber means to manipulate computer-enabled election infrastructure. Right? So this is explicitly, again, about the infrastructure, or excuse me, the actual vote count. And then activity on and the single election day. We assessed the foreign adversaries did not use cyber attacks on election infrastructure to alter the U.S. presidential election outcome this year. We have no evidence of cyber manipulation of election infrastructure intended to alter results. Because they didn't impact the election infrastructure. There was, however, minimal targeting of election infrastructure, probably by cyber criminals to steal data, although these efforts did not disrupt the election. This is specifically, again, talking about trying to disrupt the actual election physical infrastructure of the vote count. This is not referring to the massive disinformation campaign that Russia factually and objectively pushed to get Trump elected. That is an uncontested fact. Jesus Christ.
Political narrative and hit job, or in this case, attempted shadow coup, that should have been the end of it, but instead on December 8th, just a little bit after Donald Trump's win, that intelligence was buried. It was pulled from the president's brief. And I wonder why that is. Well, probably because it contradicted the...
It's just constantly talking about the explicit, like, election tampering of the actual votes and not the disinformation campaigns, but okay.
Narrative that they were already preparing to unleash. Then on December 9th, Obama's White House calls an emergency National Security Council meeting. Top names in the room, that's James Clapper.
I wonder what this email says. I'm just gonna... The IC is prepared to produce an assessment per the presidential request that pulls together the information we have on the tools Moscow used and the actions it took to influence the 2016 election, an explanation of why Moscow directed these activities and how Moscow's approach has changed over time, going back to 2008 and 2012 as reference points. Odin will lead the effort with participation from the CIA, FBI, and NSA and DHS. Okay. So they were preparing a report to show that Russia did have an influence on the election, and they decided not to go along with the report.
On December 9th, Obama's White House calls an emergency National Security Council meeting. Top names in the room, that's James Clapper, John Brennan, Susan Rice, Loretta Lynch, Avril Haines, Andrew McCabe, and of course Obama himself. I mean...
Dude, why are these people not all in jail?
Because they didn't do anything wrong here? I don't understand the
like,
question.
how are they not all in prison?
For
they
what?
ran a fucking con on the American people.
What's the con? What are you talking about?
Comrades,
and let alone what they did to Trump. Let alone what they did to Trump.
Call them. They had a
you know, with the whole fucking court cases and shit.
Meeting discussing what they were.
This thing on the screen that you're refusing to actually read is literally saying that there was Russian interference of the election. I don't understand what's your issue here.
Going to do, and the end result was a secret meeting to greenlight what would become the Russia hoax.
That's fucking crazy.
This is fucking insane. About?
The lie that Donald Trump won only because Vladimir Putin helped him. And actually, Vladimir Putin had dirt on Donald Trump. He was a Manchurian candidate.
It's always the same. It's always some blackmail angle every single time. Oh my God, Russia had blackmail on Trump, and then Israel had blackmail on Trump, and
Well, you were complaining about blackmail, so I guess it's true.
Epstein had blackmail on Trump, and the Jews had blackmail on Trump, and Elon Musk had blackmail on Trump. Everyone has blackmail on Trump. Every single person, they all have blackmail on him. Oh my God.
Candidate. One day after the meeting, intelligence community officials began...
They wanted to put Trump in jail for like 700 years, okay?
Crafting, quote, a new intelligence assessment, per the president's request, to claim Russian election interference. And of course, this...
Insane. And this is based on something that they know is fake.
But that's not true, right? It's objectively true. It's just that they didn't hack the voting machines. That's what they're talking about.
That's how crazy it is.
New assessment they pulled right out of their freaking asses because said assessment had no new data, no proof, no justification, no just narrative engineering. They just made it up, just like the Hunter Biden letter. And then, of course...
But they didn't. That's not even what it says on the screen here.
The operation...
Though Russia has long conducted cyber spying on U.S. agencies, companies, and organizations, this presidential campaign marks the first time Russia had attempted through cyber means to interfere in, if not actively influence the outcome of the election, the officials say. They did. They just didn't explicitly target the voting machines. Okay, so this is a true attempt. The CIA has concluded in a secret assessment that Trump intervened in the 2016 election to help... Excuse me. The CIA concluded in a secret assessment that Russia intervened in 2016 election to help Donald Trump win the presidency, rather than just to undermine confidence in the U.S. electoral system. Okay, that is true. U.S. intelligence officials now believe with a high level of confidence that Russian President Vladimir Putin became personally involved in the covert Russian campaign to interfere in the U.S. presidential election. None of these things are refuted by Tulsi Gabbard's claims or any claim that you're showing on the screen at all. Okay?
Goes into overdrive. That same week, anonymous intelligence officials start leaking to the Washington Post and NBC that, quote, Putin was personally involved. The CIA concludes that Russia helped Trump. High confidence. Trump benefited. Then, of course, they sent their cronies like Adam Schiff to tell the American people during...
That's why Trump is going after Adam Schiff. I didn't know this. Trump is going after Adam Schiff for mortgage fraud. Literally just revenge. He's the pettiest motherfucker on the planet. Oh my lord.
Primetime news shows that there was more than circumstantial evidence that Donald Trump was working for the Russians.
Oh my god, little more than circumstantial evidence, and then it's a lie. It's literally all fabricated. These people need to go to jail. They need to go to jail. There needs to be actual punishment. I can't stand sitting here. Like, good. I love that Trump is posting memes on Twitter about arresting Obama. I approve of the memes, but it needs to follow up with Obama actually going to jail.
The whole freaking thing, the whole Russia hoax was exactly that. It was a hoax. It was a partisan Democrat narrative meant
But it's not. You've showed that multiple times, but okay.
to destroy Donald Trump's presidency. It was a...
And that's fucking insane. This isn't like some sort of, you know, strategy to get votes.
It's just one of those situations where when you listen to Nux actively lie over and over and over and over and over again and say, in my opinion, because he knows that what he's saying is fucking stupid, it's like you can either get angry at it because holy fuck, these are actually like ridiculous, like false, dangerous perspectives, or you could just be like, whatever, it is what it is. These people are just like losers. There's nothing you're going to really be able to do to change their, like, this is the money, this is their grift. You're not gonna be able to change their grift. So it's one of those things where it's like, why get like outraged by it in like a meaningful capacity? Just say like, nope, that's wrong. Show why it's wrong. Show how it's wrong, like we've been doing here. Then you kind of have to like move on from there. That's pretty much it. That's all you can really do.
Votes, all right? This isn't just a strategy, a campaign strategy, right? This isn't a way to talk to the people. This is literally the biggest scam done in America. Like, they tried to steal the country, and there's no other way to say it. If this isn't an insurrection, I don't know what is. Maybe it's not violent per se, but if this isn't an insurrection, I don't know what is. It's absolutely insane. They tried to steal the fucking country, and there is no other explanation. A duly elected president of the United States, they tried...
Yeah, the other explanation is that what you're saying is not true, and you've showed that to us by the information on the screen, and you're still pushing it. That's another way to say it, so I'll just say it like that. I'll just say that.
Their best to fucking coup him. Like, think about how fucking crazy that is for a second.
Deep state disinformation campaign. The real intelligence said that Russia didn't hack the election, but the truth was suppressed.
The hacking the election. I don't know how many times we have to say this. Hacking the election is different from running massive disinformation campaigns through social media, but okay.
Deleted and then overwritten with the Democrat fantasy, the Democrat fiction, which as we're learning now was designed and distributed from inside the White House during the end of Obama's second term. And now, well,
I love how Hillary Clinton was so unlikable, that even fabricating evidence that Trump was a Russian asset wasn't enough to help her win. Like, how crazy is this dude? Oh. And by the way, the media is not doing a good job with this either. Even the fucking right-wing media, like the Fox News people, even they're not properly talking about how big this is.
Well, we have all the evidence. Tulsi Gabbard posted all the unclassified documents herself, and those documents show the original draft from December 8th that stated outright that Russian and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting malicious cyber activities. Yeah.
That's not what it says. You're lying about literally what it says on the screen. That's not what it says. What it says, again, is that Russia and criminal actors did not impact the recent U.S. elections results by conducting malicious cyber activities against election infrastructure. The fact that this person is intentionally not reading that last bit of information, which is a massive amount of context, shows that they know what they're saying is a lie too. That's all it is. It's another lie. Yes, they didn't attack the actual election infrastructure, but they did influence people through social media. That's always been the claim. This isn't even new information. This is bait for fucking idiots.
Yeah, obviously, this MAGA movement has been grassroots since the start, and the idea that 3,000 Russian bots overturned the election as if this was proof that Donald Trump was a traitor and working for Vladimir Putin, it was bogus from the start, and they knew it. But
yeah, that's why he runs... That's definitely why he's a fucking mouthpiece for Russia when the Ukraine war.
Instead, they planted a weaponized assessment to just falsely claim the opposite. My friends, this was coordinated sedition, and it's no longer a theory, it's no longer speculation, it's now documented fact. The White House...
It's crazy. It's crazy. To the point that if you ask an AI, right, even if you ask an AI, and this is the craziest part, hey, AI, did Obama try to undermine Trump? And the AI just answers yes. Like, it's just undeniable evidence at this point. Like, this is...
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I've been told that the AI isn't exactly the most valid piece of information, right? Like I mean, every single time we watch this guy's video, the AI will literally disagree with everything that he's saying. But right here, what it says is, yes, recent declassified DNI documents reveal evidence that Obama officials manufactured a Russian interference narrative post-2016, streaming prior to the IC assessments and relying on discredited sources like the Steele dossier, the field investigation to undermine Trump's. The problem with this is that it's not true. And every bit of information that he's showing is not true. They're literally misinforming people. on everything. And there was quite literally never any narrative that ever said that Russia was trying to hack the election. That was never the narrative. It was always that there was massive disinformation campaigns, which is true.
We could run away to Kenya. I hear your family there. Shut up, Joe. Oh my god, dude, the fucking memes are crazy.
In collusion with top intelligence leaders and media allies, orchestrated a deliberate multi-year operation to undermine and sabotage President Trump during his first term.
True.
In other words, the Democrats that are constantly lecturing you about democracy,
Yeah, they're all sitting in the streets yelling and screaming, democracy, democracy, it's a constitutional crisis. That was their thing in the beginning of the current administration.
Yeah, because he was not giving people due process and violating court orders. Okay.
There's a constitutional crisis, guys. Meanwhile, they fucking tried to coup the government. Like, you have to realize how insane this is. Like, this is...
It would be insane if it was true, wouldn't it? True. All right.
absolutely diabolical and should never be forgotten.
You got
to
it,
nullify
boss.
your vote. It's time to take it to the next level, folks. No more playing games. No more kids' gloves. Every name involved here needs to be hauled in. Brennan, Clapper, McCabe, Rice, Obama, no exceptions.
Yep,
the same
agreed.
people who screamed about
Completely
insurrection for the last 5 years.
Anyone yelling about January 6th that directly tried to push this Russia hoax to try to take over the government, I think those guys need to go to Alligator Alcatraz. I know that Alligator Alcatraz is primarily for like illegal immigrants, but I wouldn't mind putting them there.
Ironically, ran a literal insurrection from inside the White House in 2016. And the sick irony is that they called you traitors. They said that you were a threat to democracy.
He's right.
Meanwhile, they were behind the scenes abusing their power and connections.
Well, these people attacked police officers, so yes.
To manufacture false evidence. They lied to the public. They weaponized the government to subvert the will of the people. I mean, look, call me crazy.
Yeah, so none of that's true. They show information that none of that's true, but okay.
But after learning about this, on top of everything else that we've learned over the last 8 years, the evidence that we have tying the Steele
What's going on, brother?
dossier directly to Hillary Clinton's campaign and everything else, these people belong in prison.
They do.
Anyways, that's pretty much what I got.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Unfortunately, we're living in a society where rich people somehow survive everything. But I really want to see...
This guy's rich. This guy's rich and he's lying to you and he survives everything. Are you saying you shouldn't survive? Interesting sentiment. I don't know how many people would disagree, though.
These rich fucks getting persecuted. I want them to go to jail. Prosecuted, sorry. I want them in jail. I really do. It's the most unsatisfying thing of all time that this shit happens.
Okay.
Absolutely fucking diabolical. It's gross. It is absolutely
So
gross.
gross, Ken.
Now, anyway, apparently he's going after Dr. Fauci as well because of the Autopen thing, and then after Adam Schiff. So the W's keep coming. All right, honestly, you love to see it. No, but this shit needs to be absolutely destroyed.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left.
All right.
This so-called state of democracy that the Democrats are always trying to preserve and protect. The message is always, Donald Trump, stay away from our precious democracy.
Oh my god, a threat to democracy, says the people that
What else could be said here that's irrelevant?
tried to steal democracy. Like, dude, it's all projection. It's all fucking projection. These people suck so much. And the pardon,
So
the fake
true,
pardon
King.
that, what's his name actually got, that just proves he's guilty. You're
Not really. I mean, it just proves that Donald Trump is willing to do anything to go after political opponents, so they gave them pardons so that he would not be able to do that.
upset. Don't be upset. Be happy. Don't be upset, chat. No, you're looking at this all wrong. You're looking at this all wrong. God is great, and he has put us into this world for exactly these hurdles to overcome. Now that you know what the hurdles are,
I don't understand why conservatives reference God. God would literally send every conservative in the United States to hell, and you would die. Every political conservative would go to hell, and you would be damned for eternity based on your beliefs of taking away money from children that are dying of cancer. I don't understand why you guys think you're not going to hell. If you are a Republican conservative, you're going to hell. You're going to burn in hell based on your own belief system. Your entire thing centralizes around taking away money from old people and children for cancer research and for health care. You're going to die and you're going to go to hell. When you pass away, if there is a heaven and there is a hell, every single Republican conservative is going to burn in hell. This is, I don't know what to tell you. It's you know, our life is limited, but apparently the rest of yours is going to be spent burning to death, and that should terrify you. Because I know that actual emotion and empathy for children and old people doesn't terrify you. You don't feel terrified for their deaths. You only feel terrified when you feel like you'll get punished. And when the time comes and everything moves on, you're going to burn in hell. And I hope I'm in hell with you so I can laugh at you burning in hell, because you deserve it. And it would actually be my heaven to laugh while you burned to death. So maybe we'll all win.
Let's overcome them, baby. This is a good thing, man. At least now we know what's happening. Keep your eyes open for next time, baby. Yeah, yeah.
What really is this precious state of democracy that the Democrats were so desperately protecting? Well, really a scam, a sham, a mirage of democracy. They lied to your faces for years, covered up a global disaster, and now they're just casually trying to walk out of the White House.
A global disaster? What do you mean covered up a global disaster? Are you saying COVID was fake? It's so funny. I worked during COVID. None of these people did. They don't know what's real and fake. They're online. They're fucking terminally online.
With a stack of get-out-of-jail-free cards signed by a robot Autopen.
True! All right, first things first,
Autopen.
we need 4-year time limits on everyone in government. All right, that's number one. Not just the president, every single senator, every congressman, every congresswoman, every single one of those people should be having...
You probably don't need 4-year term limits, but there should be a term limit on congressmen. Yes, I agree.
On a 4-year term limit. All right, there's no reason why they should be there forever to just become part of the fucking...
Same thing when it comes to Supreme Court justices. I think that every single elected president should be able to put their own justice in, personally.
The wallpaper of the country. Not acceptable. That's bullshit. They end up getting all scummy and sleazy. All right, that's one. 2, put them in jail! Put them in jail, please! Put them in fucking jail! Unreal! Unreal! These parasites! These absolute parasites!
This guy is like the literal embodiment of a parasite. He just like suckles on like political disinformation, and then when he gets called out on it, he goes, guys, I'm just existing in the chaos. I'm just existing in the chaos. It's not my fault if anything bad happens. I'm just existing in the chaos. That's what he does. Like, he doesn't even, he's such a coward that like he can't even own his own political opinion. I'm existing inside of the chaos, guys. He just decides to like downplay his like fucking involvement of it.
It's a level of corruption at a scale that we haven't seen in a very long time.
True.
And it all happened behind the veil of democracy.
Yeah, not since last week, you know.
They played every trick, abused all power, and then ran a total scam on the people for 40
Did you say Ratatouille? Ratatouille? What?
years straight.
Yeah, listen, aside from the Russia thing, we don't know who the
listen.
fucking president was for the last 4 years. Like,
Yeah, it was Biden. I don't know if you knew that, but it's funny because Biden did like an objectively better job than Trump. He got us out of COVID stronger than any of our G7 allies. He passed massive infrastructure bills. He passed the CHIPS Act that brought more jobs back to America, even though Trump decides to take credit for that. I mean, like, realistically speaking, he did a really solid job. He was calm, cool, collected. Maybe the fact that he was like only half there was a good thing, because this way he didn't constantly try to make political noise. Certainly doing better than Trump. Trump's destabilized the economy. Trump has destabilized other countries' confidence in us. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Biden was a better president. I don't know. But the border, true, the border was an issue. I agree with that. He should have done more for the border. I agree. There we go. Okay, cool stuff. You know what he could have done, though? He could have, you know what the Republicans could have done? They could have passed that bill they wanted to pass. That would have put a lot of money at the border. Wait a minute, who made that sure that got blocked? Oh, Trump. Trump gave the new marching orders. Don't let that bill pass. I need to run on something. Remember that? Oh, we're going to pretend that didn't exist.
Like, it's insane that these are the people that are going to yell about democracy. It's unreal.
Abusing executive power.
It's so funny because like Donald Trump will always downplay like he lies about how fat he is, he lies about how healthy he is all the time, but then all of a sudden, now that the White House released something about how he's like a little unhealthy, when did that happen? Oh, right at the Epstein file refusal to release those after promising that. I wonder if that was some kind of I wonder if that was another tactic.
To protect their crony, corrupt Democrat friends, to protect their deep state operatives, even issuing some pardons to complete and absolute degenerates. And I guess the naive hope was that they'd slip these documents through under Grandpa Joe, and everybody would just forget and move on.
Everyone will be like, all right, he signed the shit, it's over.
Well, it seems again the exact opposite is happening, and now, well, the Autopen situation and the Dr. Fauci situation are at a little bit of an interesting crossroads here, as the Fauci pardon might be null and void. In other words, he might be...
But it's not. He's just saying it is to politically distract you because you're very ignorant and willing to believe stuff like this.
An open legal target. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so the story obviously starts at the first initial bombshell, the allegation that Joe Biden quietly issued these mass wave of pardons and commutations that weren't actually handwritten, not even hand-reviewed, just rubber-stamped by Autopen, and now according to the...
Okay. What? Who cares? Why do I care? It literally just makes no sense. He didn't actually sign it. He just gave his consent to sign it.
Latest report, we're learning that a good chunk of these pardons weren't even approved by Joe Biden himself, but
how do we learn that?
rather by one of his aides.
Oh, who said that?
Charlie Kirk posted this on X. Fauci was pardoned in the dead of approved by Joe Biden himself, but rather by one of his aides.
So, sorry, what was the claim again?
To the commutations that weren't actually handwritten, not even hand-reviewed, just rubber-stamped by Autopen. And now, according to the latest report, we're learning that a good chunk of these pardons weren't even approved by Joe Biden himself, but rather by one of his aides.
They weren't approved by Joe Biden. So you're telling me that one of his aides, if this is even true, doesn't have Joe Biden's approval? At the January 19th meeting, which took place at the Yellow Oval Room in the White House residence, Mr. Biden kept his aides until nearly 10 p.m. to talk through such decisions. According to people familiar with the matter, these emails show that an aide to Mr. What the fuck did that say? Skizzle? I don't fucking care what this guy's name is. Siskel sent a draft summary of Biden's decisions at the meeting to an assistant, to Mr. Zients, whatever, copying Mr. Skizzle at 10:03. The assistant forwarded to Mr. Reed and Mr. whatever, blah, 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 Zentz asking for their approval, and then sent the final version to Mr. Feldman, copying many meeting participations made. 3 minutes later, Mrs. Zentz hit reply all and wrote, I approve to use Autopen for the... They're literally showing us on the screen Biden giving explicit consents for all the pardons while saying he never consented to them all. You're showing us that he did. Literally, this message proves it. These people are so dumb. They give us the proof they're lying on the screen instead and just expect people to not read it. Guys, only read what's in the yellow. Oh, okay. Well, I guess if I only read a tenth of the fucking document, you're right. If I'm a fucking idiot.
Charlie Kirk posted this on X. Fauci was pardoned in the dead of night by Autopen.
Whoa, the dead of night, guys. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? They're being pardoned with Autopen. You guys better be fucking careful right now. We are fucked, okay? It's over for us.
Autopen was approved by a White House...
Wait.
How do I read? Chat, how do I read?
They revealed it? They released it?
No, it's not.
They released it? The use of Autopen was approved by a White House aide. They know for a fact. It's not just a conspiracy anymore. It's just true.
What do you think you're saying? I don't understand. What words do you think that... Like, what do you think that you're proving? Wait, the approval for the... Wait, sorry. Are you saying... If you just read the screen, you'll see that Biden told the aides to approve the use of Autopen. Wait. Are you saying that Biden said yes to the Autopen? Wait. Okay.
It's just absolutely true. Let's get the name of the aide that approved it and put them in jail, please. You can't fucking sign presidential...
Well, if you weren't so fucking stupid, you could have just read what was on the screen. But you don't read... we have to keep in mind, like, we need to understand that, like, Nux is showing us information on the screen that he's refusing to read himself. Like, just to be clear, this video is a toddler getting read to at the library. He won't read what's on the screen. He's just listening to the words come out of the person's mouth. He does not know how to read. This is insane. This is so childish.
Pardons. Yeah, without the president. It's kind of a thing. First of all, now let me give you a really hot take. My really hot take is presidential pardons are bullshit. I don't agree that they exist. All right.
Crazy.
Anyway, that's first.
You know what I'd do if I was president? What I would do? I would sit down and I would say, hey, everybody, we need to figure out this whole healthcare thing. You know, just need a solution to make it affordable and accessible to everybody. I don't care how we do it. It just needs to happen. And then, as expected, it probably wouldn't happen. And so what I would say next is I'd say, guys, looks like we can't get an agreement because there are lobbyists, healthcare lobbyists that don't want to lose their financial power. Looks like we failed. And then I would pardon Luigi Mangione. And I would just say, I would just let whatever people took that message as, they would just say, yeah, whatever that indicates to them, it would indicate to them. It is what it is at that point. You know what I mean? Because what else could you really do? I mean, like, oh, you know, this guy's, what else can you do? I mean, you have a bunch of fucking bigwigs in medical companies that are basically, you know, they're maximizing their profits so you'll die. That's what they want to do. They don't care if you die, so they're willing to maximize their profit. So, what else are you gonna do, dude? What the fuck else? I mean, by the way, unrelated though. It's unrelated. It's completely unrelated. That's unrelated stuff. I wouldn't pardon him because I wanted him to do anything. It's just because he donated a lot to the Gaza Relief Fund. So, you know what I mean, guys? I don't know. He seems like a good guy.
And foremost, second, put them in jail.
The New York Times.
Oh, put them in jail.
This was the approval of the Dr. Fauci pardon, which didn't come from Joe Biden, but rather one of his aides, Mr. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name, Mr. Zentz, Mr.
All right, bro, I don't know, bro. That's not a Jew. We take those. Every time a Jew is not the perpetrator, I always wonder how Candace Owens is going to spin it.
Zentz.
Okay.
Who apparently 3 minutes later hit reply all and wrote, I approve the use of the Autopen.
Me, when people use technology to make life easier. This is terrible. How could they use technology? So like you want him to like hand sign everything. He can't just be like, hey guys, go sign yes to these for me. I don't understand. You guys are aware that like you're allowed to give other people the ability to sign for you, yes? Like this is a fact. Like my wife can sign. Like, all you have to do is give consent and people can sign for you. Did we know this?
Mr. Zeep replied all to an email chain.
What do you think emails are for? What do you think that emails do? I'm just a little confused and curious. Like, what do you think the point of an email is? Is it to communicate with somebody, a thing you want done, or is it? I really don't understand. What do you think the point of an email is? I don't get it. You think maybe they're just communicating through the? Okay, cool.
And these people ran the government. These people ran the fucking government, guys.
For the execution.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mr. Zientz should not have.
Guys, we need the government to run more efficiently. What should we do? You know what we should do? Make them have to all sign things in parchment paper and then store it into a facility, all of which costs money instead of just use email. Yeah, that makes sense, guys. Let's do that. Let's save money by wasting a bunch of money in paper and paper storage instead of just having an online archive, all these decisions that are made. Oh, is that based? Chat, is this based? Is this a little based here? Holy fuck. Maybe we should also make the president wear steampunk goggles as well with the hat that they have at different Renaissance fairs. Kind of based, guys. Hey, guys, let's go to Comic-Con and let's dress like steampunk people. That'll be cool. Pretty based stuff here.
The authority to fucking sign shit with the presidential pardons.
Of all of the following pardons. Yeah, not President Joe Biden, no, President White House aide. But if you listen to the latest Joe Biden statement, which likely came from another one of his aides, Joe Biden tells us absolutely not, Corn Pop. I issued every single one of those pardons.
But he did. He did do that.
Times is reporting that former President Biden told them that he had orally granted all the pardons and commutations issued at the end of his term, meaning he did not personally sign the official warrant for clemency.
So what?
Biden told the Times that he did, in fact...
Someone just sent me this Candace Owens tweet because they said she blames everything on the Jews.
I guess he's just not going to react to that thing that proves him wrong. Yeah, I mean, is it based to ignore when you're wrong? Based? Just a little based.
Holy shit. Thinking this might be the same deal with Zoran Mamdani, the Muslim communist from Uganda that's currently the guy running for mayor in New York City, given the fact that his mother was married before she became pregnant with him to a Jew named Mitch Epstein. No way, for 10 years. Oh, and she also attended Harvard, which is effectively a Mossad base. This dude hates Jews. This dude literally yells and screams to fucking globalize the Intifada. How can you possibly say he's a Mossad asset?
Well, I guess that's one good thing about this video is that we're seeing the girls are fighting. So at least there's something. At least there's something going on there. It's so funny that NUX TAKU, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but in this video, there are multiple occasions that NUX TAKU feels the need to run defense for Jews because he is Jewish. And he knows that the side that he agrees with generally hates Jewish people. And so it's funny that as he sits here and he justifies Epstein, kind of name is that, molesting kids and Trump not actually exposing him despite promising him, he also has to make sure that he goes, aren't those Jewish conspiracy theories crazy? I agree. But most of your audience doesn't like Jewish people. You are a pick-me for them, just in the same way that Candace Owens is a pick-me black woman. Let's be absolutely clear here.
Because his mother dated a Jew, all right? And also, she went to Harvard. Mossad-based. Harvard is the most anti-Israel fucking, the most anti-Israel college in America. Like, what are you talking about? You actual retard. Thank you for linking to the chat.
To make every single one of the clemency decisions himself, but says that the Autopen was used to sign the warrants since there were a lot of them.
I had to increase the speed. I really just want to get through this at this point. Nothing new is happening. It's just literally... It's just jacking itself off with the same information over and over again.
Now, according to the Times, Biden called Trump and Republicans liars for saying he was incapacitated and his aides used the Autopen without his authorization. At least I see you're shaking your head. Your response to this?
Well, I have so many responses to this because we're supposed to believe this at this point. It's really hard to swallow that statement there.
Give me a break.
What statement is it hard to swallow that he said, hey guys, go sign this for me. I have arthritis. Guys, it's really hard to believe that Biden has arthritis. It's actually really difficult for me to believe.
This man can't even...
Guys, it's pretty hard. Yes, go lay down, Joe. Listen, incapacitated motherfucker. This dude, his brain is a toilet at this point. I'm trying to insult him. He's just old as balls.
Tell you what city he's in, what office he's running for. He can't bicycle in a straight line if there's any sort of hazardous debris in the way, like sticks and leaves. A totally non-functional freaking human being. But
I signed those pardons. It's my duty as the vice president.
Hey guys, riding a bicycle's pretty hard, okay? Ask any woman who tries to ride a dick for more than 15 seconds.
The United States of Florida.
Sure, absolutely. Joe Biden sat down for...
He doesn't sit down, he has ass cancer.
...hours on end, and he carefully read through every...
I read through all of the papers and documents that my aide sent me. Also, I have AIDS.
...single one of those cases, and then gave his personal stamp of approval.
I personally approve Fauci of getting a...
This guy's not Jewish. He's so unfunny. This is actually fucking insane, dude. What the fuck's happening here?
Autopen signed Bob because realistically he deserves it for poisoning all those people.
Like in this case, where he issued a pardon for a Chinese spy who was found guilty of crimes against...
I am Jewish.
Children. I mean, look at this post here on screen. This is a real...
Holy shit. Autopen was used to free a Chinese student that pled guilty to having 47,000 child pornography images in his possession. This is...
Wow, is that true? Did Biden do that?
Shit. Okay, obviously.
a real, like in this case, where he issued a pardon for a Chinese spy who was found guilty of crimes against children. I mean,
that's crazy. I'm gonna look more into that in a sec. Okay, so yeah, here's actually what happens. Posts wrongfully conflate U.S.-China prisoner swap with Biden's recent pardon. So Biden didn't actually pardon this pedophile. He prisoner swapped him. Hey, man, it's tough when you don't know how to verify information on the screen there, isn't it there, Nux? But hey, it seems like Nux loves to downplay different types of allegations above child porn, I guess, considering he seems very uninterested in Epstein's connection to Trump.
Realistically, he deserves it for poisoning all those people. Like in this case.
Are you guys shocked?
Case, where he issued a pardon for a Chinese spy who was found guilty of crimes against children. I mean, look at this post here on screen. This is a real...
Hey guys, let's look at Twitter as a fact. Gotta love it.
Autopen was used to free a Chinese student that pled guilty to having 47,000 child pornography images in his possession. This is Epstein shit. Okay, obviously it's not as bad as Epstein, who actually sex trafficked people. But like, what are we doing? How are we literally letting this slide? How are we
Well, it's not true, so...
letting this slide? This isn't just an Autopen scandal. This is diabolical. Every fucking Democrat that sits there on their fucking glass house yelling and screaming about how Trump knew a pedophile one time. Like, how are we not bringing up the...
Knew a pedophile one time? You mean best friends with for 15 years? You have to see that he's constantly downplaying. He's constantly downplaying Donald Trump's involvement with Epstein, right? Like, you're seeing this live, right? Like, he's running defense for a guy who said he was best friends with Epstein for 15 years, just to be clear.
A wood chipper for these people.
Whole thing, by the way. Yeah, Joe Biden approved this guy. That's basically...
Joe Biden approved... He saved all 47,000 images. None of them were that damning. He's looked at all of them. He's tried to jerk off to them, but it didn't... You know, his penis doesn't work anymore, so they obviously didn't do it for him.
But he's telling you. And every other crook and criminal. Give me a break. Again, the only person I believe he actually pardoned is his son, Hunter Biden. Because that's what the Bidens do. They look out for each other. And they cover up for...
I would too. Like, I think it's like a weird thing. Like, I don't care. First of all, his son is a drug addict. He's not like a fucking threat. But second of all, I would have fucking pardoned my son too. He was my fucking son. I don't understand. Like, what happened to family values? Every single person knows that they would have fucking pardoned the shit out of their fucking kid. Okay? Just to be clear.
For each other's crimes, even if it means going against what you said 3 months ago when you told the public you would never pardon your son. Yeah, you know, that's totally believable.
Yeah.
That is, you know, 100% the Joe Biden play.
Got him. We got the one lie. The one damning lie. He said he wouldn't pardon his drug addict son. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call a fraudulent douche nozzle in Nux
Whoa.
language.
But the rest of these, I don't know, questionable at best. But more likely, like I said, no.
This guy's so edgy, dude. He's actually making me so horny. It's fucking crazy. He's so brave, too. Isn't that fucking crazy how brave this guy is? It's fucking insane.
And void.
And Mr. Zeitz decides to reply all to the emails talking about how he's approving Autopen signatures. It's like, come on, dude. What are we doing? How are these people not in jail? I don't understand. Oh, because they're rich
Because it's not real. Okay.
and powerful, of course, obviously. They've used pedophile sex magic to keep the police away. All right, very cool.
You're the one running defense for Trump here. You're the one running defense for the guy. I don't know why you're fucking shitting your pants like you're not, but okay.
Part 2 of the video. Apparently, it seems as though Rand Paul is under the assumption already, or assuming that these pardons are going to be considered invalid. And so he's dropping a bomb here, suggesting that the Fauci pardon is no good, and he wants to move forward with a criminal referral to Fauci.
Whoa, yes, he's assuming it's going to happen, but it's not. It's another distraction, but okay.
Oh my god, dude, I will literally celebrate. I will literally fucking celebrate if Fauci goes to prison. I will. I literally will.
We're getting a little bit interesting here. And as we know, Dr. Fauci lied repeatedly under oath about gain-of-function research and his financial conflicts of interest.
I don't know how many times I can say it, Madam Chair. We did not fund gain-of-function research to be conducted in the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Dr. Fauci, as you are aware, it is a crime to lie to Congress.
When you get reminded of that, you're good. When
This proves that he's wrong.
you didn't remind you of that, you're done.
Section 1001 of the U.S. Criminal Code creates a felony and a 5-year penalty for lying to Congress. On your last trip to our committee on May 11th, you stated that the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And yet, gain-of-function research was done entirely in the Wuhan Institute by Dr. Xi and was funded by the NIH. The Wuhan lab used NIH funding to construct novel chimeric SARS-related coronaviruses able to infect human cells and laboratory animals.
Do you remember back in the good old days? Do you remember back in the good old days when if you said that COVID was made in a lab, like they would literally ban you from the platform? Well,
yeah, I do remember that. And then Jon Stewart came on and said, well, we have bats in Texas, so why didn't it happen in Texas? And like, yeah, absolutely. Some of the things that happened in COVID were misguided. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, for sure. Okay. I guess arrest Fauci for that. I don't really care about this. This is the thing is, if he's guilty, arrest him. The difference between Nux here and I guess other conservatives and I guess me and other progressives is that if Fauci's actually guilty, then arrest him. But Nux is very interested in making sure that Donald Trump, despite having a 15-year link to Epstein and being his best friend, saying so himself, Nux has a vested interest in downplaying that relationship by saying he knew him for one time. So
goodness is woke is dead. Anyway,
this is high-risk research that creates new potential pandemic pathogens that exist only in the lab.
Well, the fundamental idea is to study things so that we have. So just to be clear, I mean, like, this is, okay, so I know that these people are really dumb. Just to be clear, the reason why you would study study or even create new strains of anything is so that you can come up with vaccines to it before they come out, so you can get ahead of the game. Viruses are very short-lived individually, so they evolve rapidly, and so we need to make sure that we come up with, you know, defenses against those things very quickly. That's it, right? So the idea is that they were apparently created in a lab, and then that got out on accident. That's it. There's no malicious thing here. Hey, we study stuff. Hey, we do be studying to get ahead of it, to keep humans alive. Okay.
People not in jail. Really dumb question. How are these people not in jail? This dude literally fucking declared chemical war. Chemical war.
Not in nature.
That's not true at all, but okay.
This research matches, indeed epitomizes, the definition of gain-of-function research, done entirely in Wuhan.
Is this the biggest mass murder in human history? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is crazy. How many people died of coronavirus? Or the vaccine, by the way. That counts too. All right? Because
nobody died of the vaccine.
in my opinion, that's the same shit. All right? Because you got the vaccine for the coronavirus. All right. How many deaths were from COVID /
what?
The COVID vaccine worldwide? No, the issue
You can't conflate. I'm so confused what's happening
with
right
COVID deaths are they don't calculate them very well. You know, they calculate them. Anyone that died of any illness, even if they had COVID, they would count it as a COVID death. So
no, that's not how it works. You're very stupid, and this has been talked about multiple times. They did not calculate COVID deaths like that. They literally just look at the decades of statistics that we have available on, like, you know, how many people died per year, and they looked at the excess mortality rate when COVID happened, because we have general and pretty accurate estimations of how many people die per year, because there's a lot of people. And so we said, oh, a lot more people died this year. Well, COVID was there killing people, which you would know if you actually worked a job that you had to go to, because I actually had to go to work. I cleaned public buses so that people can get dialysis. Right? So you go and you go, oh, a lot more people died this year. What's the common factor there? Well, let's see. They did just release the newest Sasha Grey fleshlight. So it's either that or maybe it's COVID, right? I don't know. Who the fuck would who I wonder if we'll ever be able to figure that one out. It's incredible. Wow. Beautiful stuff. Great.
it's technically not accurate because I feel like so many people are falsely dead of COVID. But
because you're fucking stupid.
No, anyway, that's not the point. These are the numbers that they use. So if they're the ones that fucking push this shit, COVID-19 deaths official count 6.9 million, and it's likely an underestimation. Holy shit, that's crazy. Vaccine-related deaths, very rare. With global data suggesting fewer than 100 cases with established causation over 8 billion doses. The point is, this is fucking horrible. Like, if this.
What are you talking about? Like 100 million people died in the United States over 3 years. What are you talking about? 6.9 million. What are you talking about? What is this even looking at? What? 6.9 million. What are you talking about? Official counts 6.9 million are likely an underestimation, with excess mortality models suggesting a higher up to 20 million by the late. Oh, this is by late 2021. If he would read the words on the screen, he would maybe learn what excess mortality is, but he's not interested in that. He's just looking up information because there's a narrative attached to it.
Very rare, with global data suggesting fewer than 100 cases with established causation over 8 billion doses. The point is, this is fucking horrible. Like, if this number is true, this was a Holocaust. This was a fucking biological Holocaust.
So what would this have to do with Dr. Fauci? Because Donald Trump was the one downplaying it and not interacting the way that he needed to. So why would Trump have anything to do with this? I find it interesting that we have this big narrative that COVID was fake, when if that was true, why wouldn't Russia or China be like, yeah, that is fake? US is pushing a conspiracy theory. Why would they not say that? Wouldn't they have a vested interest in destabilizing the United States? They do. They tried to. We know for a fact that Russia interfered in the 2016 election. So why wouldn't they acknowledge that? It doesn't make any sense at all. So, but okay, it's cool stuff, man. I like that.
Made by a couple of retards playing with drugs in a lab. How fucking insane this is? Yeah, fewer than 100. Yeah, listen.
Bad word, man. Don't say bad words, brother. It's bad for you.
Listen, I have no idea. I'm not saying, I don't know.
I accidentally said the word in context. Sorry. My bad.
I don't know what's real, what's not real. I do think that they underrated how many side effects there were to the vaccine, and I think they overrated the amount of deaths actually happened from COVID. But that said,
you think based on what? What's that based on? Do you think? You think? Why do you think that? What makes you think something like that? Okay. All right, good stuff.
not the point. This is
great talk.
fucking abominable.
Knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement.
Uh-oh.
This paper that you're referring to
paper.
was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans, you're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say
It's probably true.
that officially.
This is your definition that you guys...
That is unreal. Oh, my lord.
wrote.
so-
Scientific research
Chat,
that
is this
increases the
unreal?
transmissibility among mammals is gain of function.
I totally resent the lie that you are now propagating, Senator.
The gain of function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That is
you can't
not-
get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not obfuscating the truth. You're the one.
We're saying they are gain of function viruses because they were animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
He's literally right. I don't understand. He's literally just...
Well, what is he right? Why do you think he's right? Like, what is he saying that's correct? It sounds like two people are arguing about something. Why are you assuming that one of them is right? I don't understand. It sounds like they're arguing. There's no, like, irrefutable proof. Why are you assuming that he's correct?
straight facts. He's like, you invented a thing that previously didn't kill people, but now it did kill people.
But he didn't invent. That's not even what he's saying. He's not even saying what you're saying he's saying. He's not even saying that literally in real time. You're just making that up. What? He's saying that that Fauci said, okay, just to be clear, what's being claimed here is Fauci saying that they never gave money specifically to labs in Wuhan to study viruses. And so that's the claim. But, fucking Rand Paul is saying, no, you did give money. That's what the contention is here. It seems to be over a word, right? But so I don't really understand. Like that you're like, but you just completely misinterpret that. But okay.
Like, Mr. Senator, you're lying to me. You're lying to me. No, you, Mr. Senator.
I was lying.
Don't question me, Mr.
It is you.
Meet your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not obfuscating the truth. You're the one. I'm not obfuscating the truth. You're the one.
Well, it seems Dr.
Shaking.
Fauci's little Joe Biden protective
shaking
shield might have just evaporated.
Yeah, send him to jail.
What?
Send him to jail. Honestly, this is fucking horrible. It's insane.
Crazy.
Unreal.
We'll have to see exactly what happens. Obviously, this stuff doesn't happen overnight. You know, the issue could possibly end up in the Supreme Court, and if SCOTUS rules that the Autopen spree was illegitimate, well, then who knows? Maybe every single one of those pardons will end up revoked. And basically, what's being signaled now is that if that is the
they won't be revoked, but okay.
case, if that's happening, well, I think Dr. Fauci is at the top of that list.
Yeah, no, he needs to go to jail. He needs to go to jail.
Oh,
Like, honestly, it's
crazy.
insane. I don't know how many actual COVID deaths there were. That's not the point that I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that that's the case. I don't know exactly how many. I don't know the real official numbers. But this is fucking horrible. It's unreal that this is a thing. Like, it's insane.
Why don't you just look up the official numbers? Why don't you just look them up? Just look around. You have a computer. You can just look it up. And why don't you just use Google? Why do you keep using AI?
This dude might be the worst Catholic of all time. I'm just saying. He might be history's worst Catholic. It's crazy. Now, anyway, let's see how Adam Schiff is going to jail. Because I want all these people fucking hooked. I really do. It is wild.
Trump has been threatening
Oh my god, he looks just like Jeffrey Epstein Schmeenis. That's crazy.
prosecution or jailing of me.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing
Guess we're not going to show that.
the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Adam Schiff, little pencil neck Schiff, well, he might very well be done.
Shifty Adam Schiff, as the president calls him.
Booked, finished,
Let's
finito.
go, let's
We got
go.
one of the biggest
God, dude, it's so satisfying watching the House of Cards fall down, man. It's so fucking satisfying.
liars in American political history here, now at the center of a collapsing hoax that's
By the way, this guy who's literally creaming his pants over the supposed House of Cards collapsing is the same guy who, when he gets called out, goes, no, guys, I'm just kind of engaging in the chaos. I don't really care.
finally been exposed for what we always knew it was, an illegal, coordinated, taxpayer-funded psychological operation against Trump and, of course, his supporters and really the American people. We got these scoundrels, these liars, these corrupt politicians, I'd even argue these criminals, who engaged in a seditious conspiracy, who attempted to undo an American election, who attempted to use fake information, pushing false intel in a coordinated
So none of that's true, but you've already showed us that it was untrue, but hey, do your thing, brother.
campaign to unseat a duly elected president. And of course, now that it's all coming to light, now that DNI Tulsi Gabbard has released the files, well, who do you think the spotlight's on? It's not just John Brennan, it's not just Barack Obama, it's also Adam.
Well, I'll tell you who the spotlight's off. It's Epstein, because this was a whole fucking ploy to distract you from that. That's verifiable, so...
Yeah, we go. It's all fucking retard Avengers. They're all getting absolutely cooked. It's beautiful. So New Zealand put out a bounty for Fauci's arrest for bioterrorism. I did hear about that, and honestly, it's glorious. It's beautiful. Justice it will be served. I think. It'll happen at some point. We'll be there. It's gonna be glorious. The tax paid lie. I don't know. Every time I see these people getting fucked, it just makes me so happy.
Because of course, it's pretty recent history.
That's because you're a cuck. Because you're a literal cuck. That's why you say things like that. Because you're a cuck that is 30 years old using a VTuber model. So
You know that Adam Schiff didn't just push the lie. He didn't just support the party talking point. No, he spearheaded it. He manufactured it. He funded it with his ActBlue donations, and he attempted to run it through the halls of Congress. That was his job. And now, well, the House of Cards seems to be crashing down. And if there's any semblance of justice left in this country,
seems to be. It's more plausible deniability language, just to be clear.
This man will go to jail. He will rot. And that's what I want to see.
Whoa, will he actually
I really believe
rot,
justice.
dude?
I believe that you deserve to fucking eat ass if that is what comes to you. It does. And if you're in the country legally, you should leave. And if you are committing treason in the country, you should go to jail. Or also leave. This is fucking crazy.
well, let me just say it outright. Adam
Or leave. Wait, if you're committing treason, you should also leave? Why wouldn't you go to jail? What? Why would that be an alternative for you?
Schiff ought to be arrested. Well, I don't don't know if we're there just yet, but I'll tell you, the pressure on little pencil neck Schiff is starting to mount. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So I got this clip that's currently bouncing around X. We got Republican Representative Anna Paulina Luna, who just entered into the congressional record the $32 million that Adam Schiff misappropriated during the Russia collusion hoax. Take a look.
Well, the fraudulent spending of $32 million out of the pockets of our American people
my
and down
God.
the drain to knowingly chase ghosts, all for political gain. This man occupied a position of the highest trust and authority. As chair of the House Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff launched an all-out political campaign built on baseless distortions against a sitting U.S. president at the expense of every single citizen in this country and the honor of the House of Representatives.
Damn.
With access to sensitive information unavailable to most members of Congress and certainly not accessible to the American people, Schiff abused his privileges claiming to know the truth while leaving Americans.
Adam Schiff for brains. True. Yeah, bro, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, brother.
Okay, I just looked into it. Right, so this is so what they're complaining about. Is we've already watched this, but what she's complaining about is that they got $32 million to investigate the Trump's objectively true, by the way, link to Russia trying to get him elected. And so since they're claiming it's fake, even though it's verifiably not, even this video can't actually prove it in any capacity. Even though it's real, they're claiming it's fake so that they could say that there was a mishandling of $32 million. That's what's happening here, just to be absolutely clear. So, yeah, good stuff, man. I really like this video. It's great stuff. I really enjoy it. It's all politicized. This point in the video is contingent on you believing the lie that there was no Russian interference in the election, but there was, so it doesn't do anything.
Here, brother. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Make American guillotines again. Make America guillotines again. Let's do it, guys. Let's fucking do it. Make American guillotines once again. All right.
In the dark about his web of about this web of lies.
I misspelled guillotines, but everyone would misspell guillotines. This is not a me problem.
Lies so severe that they altered the course of the country forever.
$32 million of your money flushed down the drain chasing a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no, for real. No.
But it wasn't. It's real, so it's not a conspiracy theory. But okay.
But bro, this is fucking insane. This is absolutely fucking crazy.
So
Like it's not even remotely normal
Crazy.
that someone could commit some sort of $32 million fraud and just be able to walk away with it because they're connected to rich and powerful people. I don't know why we're even remotely living in a world where that's a thing. It isn't. And while politicians are not being punished for committing crimes like this, it's basically incentivizing them to do more crimes. It's the same idea. If someone is violently protesting in the streets of LA and lighting cop cars on fire, that person
You don't even know what she's referring to.
needs to go to jail. And you know why? Not only because they committed crimes and they deserve to be punished and they need to face justice, but also other people need to do the same shit. They see that their buddy just lit a cop car on fire and go to jail. Now they're gonna light a cop car on fire and go to jail. This is what.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's unbelievable, and the laws need to be enforced. Because if the laws aren't enforced, nothing is enforced. So, in my humblest of opinions, you need to hold every single one of these people accountable. Otherwise, you're incentivizing more people to commit more fraud.
But not a conspiracy theory that was believable.
Chet said justice is dead. You're wrong. Justice is alive, and we'll get there. All right, dude.
I mean, it is at this point. Donald Trump is. What's the next one? Is it? I forget which news organization, but Donald Trump's decided that he's pulling one of the media outlets out of the press cycle when he goes to Poland. I don't remember exactly where he's going because they talked about, or I guess they're the ones that released or made the claim that the letter about him being best friends with the very nice letter that Trump wrote to Epstein, which is very believable, by the way, because again, he said he was his friend for 15 years, his best friend. This is stuff that you can literally just go and find. These are the words that he said about Epstein, so it's pretty incredible. But he's pulling them out of the press pool, right? So that's like an abuse of power, but whatever.
You don't understand.
Was it the Wall Street Journal? Oh, that might have been, yeah.
Understand. America was in a really bad spot. Let's try to actually make it great or something. Like, let's actually fucking try.
They got duped by. No, straight up a fake story that they knew was fake, they manufactured and then pushed on the people. Adam Schiff doesn't have plausible deniability. Oops, I didn't know. I'm just a naive Democrat dummy. What can I say? I was misled and just pushed the phony intel. No, he was one of the ringleaders. He was the guy leaking fake info to the media, holding press conferences pretending that he had a smoking gun, which of course never actually existed. Y'all remember his infamous quote, more than circumstantial evidence.
Right, yeah.
More than circumstantial evidence.
And of course,
more than circumstantial evidence that the Russians took over the American elections. And then it turns out
Well, what does he say after there? Is it more than circumstantial evidence that Russia is trying to impact the election, or is he saying there's more than circumstantial? I mean, there was more than circumstantial evidence of that. Why are we stopping him before he finishes?
That was all a lie, and he knew it was a lie. Like, that's the craziest part. What the fuck is more than circumstantial evidence? Especially when there was nothing. It's not true. He knew
There was a lot, but okay.
it was a lie, and he pushed it anyway. It's diabolical, bro. It's insane.
All of it was done.
I'm so happy that we're actually getting this information. I'm so happy that we do have at least some semblance of transparency somewhere. Obviously not enough transparency. Obviously, I feel like the Epstein thing is still being.
There were 34 people that were either indicted or got guilty pleas in the Mueller investigation, but okay.
It's always going to be an elephant in the room until it's actually addressed
And 3 Russian businesses, so.
properly. But realistically, I'm glad we're at least getting transparency on this. What should we do? I don't know. Be a real person. Be a good person. Look out for your fellow American. Look out for your family.
You guys, what are you talking about? You're supporting Trump. They're literally cutting funds for old people and children getting healthcare.
Build a beautiful home, all right? Raise good children that want to uphold your values. I don't know. What do you mean, what are we supposed to do? You got to do your fucking best every goddamn day.
And to smear President Trump and to interfere with the democratic process. And now that Tulsi Gabbard has released the files, well, like I said earlier, we're learning that it wasn't some fortune.
But you don't have to brush all your teeth. Only the ones you intend to keep.
And fantasy. No, this was an actual coordinated effort to undo a presidential election. This was the backup plan. This is what Peter
She didn't release anything damning, though.
Strzok was talking about. In that
this is a coup. All right? This is literally a coup. And it should not even remotely be
Hey, don't insult a coup. He's a great villain.
Considered anything other than a gigantic coup, and every person involved should go to jail.
Infamous text message where it's now time to implement Plan B.
A text exchange between the former FBI employees from December of 2016 appears to reveal a potential leak operation for political purposes. So Page texted, quote, "Oh, remind me to tell you tomorrow about the Times doing a story about the RNC hacks. Will this drop a prize and more than they already did? Question mark. I told you, Quinn told me they're pulling out all the stops on some story they missed a word there."
Hey, remind me to tell you tomorrow about the Times doing a story about the RNC hacks, and more than they already did. Told you, Quinn told me they're pulling out all the stops on some story.
He also said, quote, "Think our sisters have begun leaking like mad, scorn and worry and political. They're kicking into overdrive."
I don't know what do these words mean? What's the context of them? What information am I supposed to get out of this and go like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Like, what does that mean? They're talking about stories on, I don't understand. Like, they're talking about news stories. I don't really understand what they're saying. They're not saying that they're false. They're just saying that they're talking about them. I don't understand what that means.
It's kind of crazy to go back to those 2018 clips, especially because the left all over X is telling you that, oh, you're insane.
Not really.
To believe anything that Tulsi Gabbard is alluding to here. But when you go back to those 2018 clips and you listen to the things that they were saying, then of course everything we know that transpired and happened, and now with these Obama files, it's like an irrefutable story. It's staring.
But you're dumb. I don't even know how many times I'm going to keep saying that you're wrong and you know it. I don't know.
That's right in the freaking face.
It is, and not enough people are talking about it because people don't realize how bad this is.
It's because it's not real, and the story just came out, and you just started reporting on it instantaneously because you're reporting on breaking news without any level of intelligence. So
It might be the worst fucking thing ever. It really is. It might be the worst thing in American history. Trump wins an election. They create a gigantic fraud talking about these people by Russia. Then allegedly they steal the next election. That's not proven yet, but you never know. It might be. And then we get a president who isn't awake for the next 4 years. We have no idea who ran the fucking country. Is this not insane? And then they push the most unbelievable, obviously bullshit causes. Right? Open borders. Tens of millions of illegal immigrants. Tens of millions of illegal people entering the country. Like what is going on, guys? Like I'll be real. I'll be honest. We were this close to losing the country. We were.
Tens of millions of people. What are you talking about? Border interactions, not people that are actually getting into the border. But I don't think you really know what words are. Okay.
And it's fucking terrifying.
They were leaking like mad ahead of Donald Trump's inauguration. As we know now, they suppressed the good intelligence. They came to the conclusion that Russia had no impact on the election.
That's not at all what any of the information you're even showing us says. In fact, it shows the opposite. It just shows that they didn't hack our actual physical election infrastructure.
Started just leaking all kinds of phony anti-Trump stories. They built this whole image of a Manchurian candidate, and of course, the face of it all, at the forefront, the tip of the spear, it was Adam Schiff, and nothing you could say.
Fucking crazy. That's what Trump is going after. It's like Trump is posting all this. I hear Adam Schiff, shifty Adam Schiff. He went out there and committed mortgage fraud, bro. Just between me and you. All right, I'm gonna be frank here for just a second. All right, between me and you. Now come closer. Bubble, come closer. I'm gonna tell you a real secret. Trump doesn't give a shit about mortgage fraud. He doesn't fucking care. He was in New York real estate for 50 fucking years. All right, like come on, dude. Come on, bro. He doesn't give a shit about mortgage fraud. He declared bankruptcy like fucking 20 times or whatever. Like you think he gives a shit about mortgage fraud? Of course not. Of course not. He's upset that this dude spearheaded the fucking Russia hoax, and now he's gonna absolutely nuke this motherfucker from orbit. That's absolutely what's happening. Like no, don't get me wrong. If someone commits mortgage fraud, they should they should be punished for their crime or whatever. Sure, I believe in justice around the board. However, Trump specifically, if this was anyone else, you really think Trump would be taking time from his day dealing with everything, talking about some random fucking nobody that did mortgage fraud? Absolutely not. Oh my god.
Will ever convince me that he was not complicit, that he was not in on it. He made up stories.
If he said there's more than circumstantial evidence, it implies that he knows what the evidence is, and it turns out the evidence is all false and a lie. In my opinion,
that's not what it turns out.
That means he pushed the fucking coup on the government.
It's about Russian agents infiltrating.
But none of that's been said in this video. There's no proof of that, so you're just saying words. Okay.
The White House. He falsely claimed that he had direct evidence of collusion with the Russians. He even got caught on a prank phone call with two comedians pretending to be Russians with dirt on Donald Trump, and he totally engaged with them. I mean, he was giddy at the idea of Russians giving him dirt on the current president.
Absolutely.
And just think about
even if it's true that he talked to two people that were lying, did he do anything with that information, or did he just talk to them? Oh yeah, let's follow up on a lead. Turns out they were lying. Did he go forward with it, or did he drop it after he realized it was lying? This claim doesn't mean anything. There's nothing meaningful about the claim that they're making here. So, okay.
About how twisted that is.
Hello, Mr. Schiff. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Chairman. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you.
I know that you work for investigation regarding Trump and Russian government.
Yes.
We know some important information about it.
And that is documented as well in the materials you want to provide to us?
There's no way this is real.
Yes. Could I explain you where we are?
Yes, of course. But, again, I would just caution that our Russian friends may be listening to the conversation, so I wouldn't share anything over the phone that you don't want them to hear.
Oh, shit.
No, I don't think that it will impact on our investigation.
Yes. Well, please, go ahead then.
I mean, this can't be real. That can't be a real clip. That has to be.
What's wrong with the clip? Somebody said they had information on Russia, and he said, okay, if you want to give it to us, go ahead. I just don't know. That's a big nothing. That's literally not an issue. Did he operate as if the information was correct, or did they just do that and then they did nothing with the information because it wasn't verified? Who fucking cares?
Be fucking AI, right? There's no way that's real.
This guy was at the center of all of it. He helped organize.
That's it. That's all you were gonna listen to. Okay, cool, man. Love it.
A years-long hoax that was perpetrated on the American people. He then led an impeachment charge and special counsel investigation, misusing millions of dollars in taxpayer funds, and that right there, in my view, is fraud. It's abuse of power. It's a seditious.
Yeah, it's fraud. It's sedition. It's all that shit. It's so much worse. It's so much worse. It's a coup. It's trying to steal the country, man.
It is criminal, and Adam Schiff should be held to account. And frankly, so should Barack Obama.
Agreed.
And Tulsi Gabbard is suggesting that Obama might actually be a target.
It's not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is an issue with such significant impact that it should concern every American because it has to do.
People might try to tell me that's a real clip from like 5-10 years ago. That's crazy, man. I don't know what to say.
That's so crazy. The clip where somebody said, "Hey, we have information on Russia," and then Adam Schiff's like, "Oh, let's hear it, I guess." That's groundbreaking information, honestly. Holy fuck. That's crazy.
Hey, I don't know what to say. Cooperation with enemies of the country. Cooperation with enemies of the country to take down a sitting president of the United States. Like, do you realize how fucking horrible this is? Like, this is insane. I don't understand. I don't understand how people are not talking about this more. People are just
It's stupid and not real.
kind of ignoring it. This is the worst thing I've ever seen come to light.
Oh,
What?
God.
With the fabric and integrity of our democratic republic. That we had a situation.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Maybe the CIA killing JFK is worse. Maybe that's worse. Bro, what is going on? These institutions need to be fucking shredded.
Here, where in the months leading up to the 2016 election, the intelligence community assessed, and this is what the document.
It's weird when like MAGA people say that, because that's what like fucking lefties are trying to do. They're trying to shred the institutions. It's so weird. They've gone so far right that they've gone left. It's fucking funny.
Detail. The intelligence community assessed essentially Russia doesn't have the tools, the capability, or the intent to try to change the outcome of the.
Oh my god! Every time I see this picture, I grimace. I grimace.
But that's not what the information says. So
This picture was taken while Obama knew he fucking was pushing a gigantic smear campaign that Trump was a Russian asset.
Presidential election. Donald Trump pulls off a historic victory.
But that's not what the information says. It says specifically they don't have the means to hack physical election infrastructure. Not that they don't have the intent to actually try to impact the elections. So
Against Hillary Clinton in November of 2016. Even in the days after that election, the intelligence community continued their consistent assessment that reflected the same thing in the months leading up to the election. All of a sudden, in the early days of December.
I wonder if Tulsi Gabbard is happy enough with herself for actively lying about what's happening. I wonder if she can live comfortably. I truly do. I don't know. That's very strange. I don't think I could be a cuck like that. I don't think I personally think if I was like Tulsi Gabbard actively lying like this, I don't think I could live with myself. And I guess that's what you have to, the type of person you have to be to get to be a politician, huh?
There was a president's daily brief that was drafted. This is put together by the different elements of the intelligence community that reflected that same assessment. Russia did not try to hack the election, in essence.
It's crazy. It's crazy to hear.
In essence. Okay. That's never the claim, though, right? The claim wasn't if they tried to hack it. The claim was if they tried to influence it. And they did through social media means.
You know, this is confirmed now. Like, this is what everyone's been saying forever. This is literally what everyone's been saying forever. And now it's just confirmed. Like, we know for a fact. We know for a fact that Obama worked with the fucking people in the deep state government people to try to steal the country with a Russia conspiracy.
Yeah, so that's not a fact at all. That's not even anything that's meaningfully being said or provable in this video, but okay.
We know this is true, like, as a fact. Is that not insane? Is that not like fucking insanity?
That document was pulled hours before it was supposed to be published for the president to see that following morning. That document was never published until we released it yesterday. One day later, President Obama calls a meeting of his National Security Council, his top officials, to be held on what they called a sensitive topic. And the results of that meeting, which we released yesterday, and these over 100 documents that talk about in detail how President Obama and his team, he directed a manufactured piece of intelligence that detailed not if, but how Russia tried to influence the outcome.
And I'd say rightfully so.
Because they did. So why would they say if it's a verifiable fact that they did try to influence the election? Why would they do an if when they know that it happened and they're just looking for the specifics as to how?
So, again, just apply the Democrat standard, right? No one is above the law, and that includes Democrat senators and previous presidents.
Yeah, 100%. And Epstein clients and all that shit. I really hate this fucking diabolical cringe fest that is these rich and powerful people. Like, it's not gonna get away with everything. Like, if Trump's presidency needs to do one thing, it's absolutely annihilate and obliterate the fucking untouchables in the country. That is the number one thing that that needs to happen in the next 3 years. It really does. Because as it stands right now, the swamp is not drained, all right? It needs to happen.
Crazy.
And the sooner the better. But it's not how this country is supposed to operate.
Oh, and actually, as I'm recording this video, Donald Trump just posted
They don't live here.
this on Truth Social. Great job by a young and talented...
Great job by a young and talented Harrison Fields on Fox News. The panel...
Do you like how he'll read some things but not other things? You guys notice how he will read some things on the screen, but he will ignore other things on the screen? It's almost like it's intentional. It's very interesting. Wow.
Was fantastic on prosecuting Oblongulus and the thugs who have just unequivocally exposed an highest level election fraud. Congratulations to Tulsi Gabbard.
Harrison Fields on Fox News. The panel was fantastic on prosecuting Obama and the thugs who have just been unequivocally exposed on the highest level of election fraud. Congratulations to Tulsi Gabbard. Keep it coming.
All 7 swing states will be kicking your ass. I am
Okay.
getting 7 swing states to run railroads on Bolongus.
Honestly, I think President Trump took the words out of my mouth. What can I say other than abso-freaking-lutely?
Again, this is glorious. I'm happy that this is public. I'm happy it's public information. I think more people that know about this, the better. I think spreading this to more people definitely.
What's so funny about this entire thing here is that NUX TAKU is pretending to cream his pants over this information that's verifiably, if you watch his own video, false. But what's going to end up happening, like always, is Trump's not going to actually do anything about it. And then what are you going to say? Oh man, why isn't Trump doing anything about it? No, you know what he's going to say? Nothing. Because he doesn't really care, and they're just going to move on to the next controversy. That's all this is. That's all it is. They're never going to follow up on this. They're never going to follow up on any of this, because there's nothing to follow up on. They're just going to move on. They're not going to consider it a failure when Trump, despite being in power, once again, is completely ineffective by solving this supposed problem that they've made up. It's just nothing's ever going to happen. It's just a distraction to stop you from focusing on Trump being best friends with a fucking pedophile and you're already falling for it because half of this video is, I know the Epstein thing is bad, but you know, Trump just only knew him a little bit. Wow, so incredible. Wow.
Please, you know, share this video around. All right, we're doing the deep dives. Share the
Wow.
videos. Need likes.
Share the
Those
video,
numbers.
guys.
More
Share the
importantly,
video.
we need these people in jail. All right, making tweets and proving shit in public is one thing, but we need actual fucking vindication. We need to drain the fucking swamp. And as it stands, just
We
calling
need to
people
drain the swamp. Wow, Trump still hasn't drained it though. It's fucking crazy.
names on Twitter doesn't
Do you guys think that Trump used to say that to the girls in Epstein Island? He called himself the swamp and said to drain it. I just wonder about that sometimes.
work. Do you know why? Because all the Democrats, they're just gonna schmorgle Democrat meat, and all the the other people, they're the right wingers, like the super far right people that just love Trump or whatever he does, like the hardcore MAGA people. Anyone that defends
You? What?
the Epstein thing, to be honest, I think that's quite honestly.
You are defending the Epstein thing here. You are literally defending Epstein. You've been defending this Epstein thing the entire video. You are the MAGA defending Epstein. What are you talking about? What? Okay.
The people. Anyone that defends the Epstein thing, they'll just be schmorgling on the schmeat of somebody else. And honestly, you can never please a schmeat schmorgler, which is why just getting this shit out there is not a fucking enough. It's not enough. Absolutely not. This
guy is like so not aware of himself. He is the schmeat schmorgler he's referring to. It's fucking embarrassing for him.
needs to have actual legal repercussions because that.
But I mean, you can't expect people like this to have like any like level of self-awareness because again, his entire channel is a 30-year-old man pretending to be a cartoon. And if you're not embarrassed about that, then I imagine you're also not embarrassed about running defense for pedophiles. Okay.
That shit is gonna stop. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep going.
Prosecute them all. It's not like these people stole a candy bar. No, they engaged.
No, they tried to steal a country.
In one of the most corrupt conspiracies in American history. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, that was a good video. All in all, I'm really happy we covered this today because I think the number one goal here is orange is the new black. Subscribe. Let's up those numbers. I'm the only one that does the proper coverage. All right, proper coverage. Right, piss off everyone on all sides as often as I possibly can. That's what we do here. We try our best. We make sure that no one's too happy with me. All right, I'm not trying. I don't want people to actually think that I'm someone that they can agree with 100% of the time. I want to make it very clear to you.
This guy never gives any pushback against the right wing in any meaningful capacity. What is he talking about? This guy's pretending to be a both sideser.
That I'm a blue retard on the internet, all right, and I am just some random guy, all right. Don't trust me. Don't trust anyone online. Don't trust anyone on the internet. Don't trust anyone in the government. All right, use your eyes, use your ears, and fuck this motherfucker that tried to steal our country. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was.
Wow, that was horrible. Fucking Jesus.